Wait, I could spawn in my fucking apartment and then walk to the club. Da 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 da. Oh, hello, chat. Hello. Hello.
Part of the thing that sounds like a Dragon Quest snow.
Oh, that means 5.
Pardon me. I'm gonna go into the club.
Hiya.
Hello.
So, come sit down with me.
Something bad happened?
No, nothing bad at all. I just want to go over the game plan.
Oh, for the training?
So, the general thought that I have is we'll wait till about past. At that time, we'll give it some nice time for people to gather in, so we have a decent party for training. Then afterwards, we'll go down to some place to meet, perhaps something like the Shark Tank. It's a nice place. Then after we've done that, we'll have the discussion on thrashes.
Yeah.
Preparing for this, I did poke around and find some information about some thrashes. So I have a bit of like almost textbook style knowledge of thrashes, but not too much. So we'll take all that usefulness,
I've hunted them a few times, so I won't say I'm an expert on it. Obviously, Sin's more an expert on it. However, I do know, like, the way I worked it out is, you know, obviously the most prime moment to attack them when you're trying to capture them is when they're in the middle of their roar, because that exposes their soft underbelly. That's the main thing I was going to talk about. That's how I mainly attack those things. Then of course, you have the big boys come in and do the other thing. Oh, hey, Ghost Ray. Got another one.
So afterwards, we'll talk about strategies for how we would go about it. You know, who would take within these missions, where their positions are. You know, what kind of game plan. Think about like what happens in scenarios. What if the worst case scenario? What's the next worst case scenario? Think about all of these so we have a full game plan of what to do in any situation to avoid any unnecessary deaths or injuries.
Yeah.
Then finally, hopefully we'll have some time, we can go try to do a live capture and attempt to capture a Thrasher.
That'd be okay with that. Would make up for the time that we forgot. We literally thought, like, last time we did on a Thrasher run, we had 2 that we got down, and they both got away because we thought that there were piranhas / grunts / whatever we're calling them now to pick them up, and they did not. We were supposed to pick it up ourselves, but it's whatever.
Mm-hmm. There. Yep, that's the game plan. I'll be just outside on the balcony. Keep
Gotcha.
watch.
We're waiting for more people. When do we want to go down? Like 15 minutes from now with what we got?
Yep. About 15 minutes.
All right, cool. I'll just vibe here for a little bit. Actually, shit. I could go to my apartment. I got a part. I could go to my apartment. Wait a minute. I need to yell at Luigi still.
Yeah.
Okay, corpse.
If anyone ever delivers
least I'm not a
food to
husband.
that apartment,
Okay.
then don't take my food. Or don't take anyone's food.
We don't touch.
I know.
Don't touch anyone's food.
One,
It's
someone
gonna be- it's
did.
gonna be
Someone
eggs.
did. I'm not saying you did. A
It's
different.
eggs. I can tell you that right now.
Okay. Anyway, someone took my salad and my 2-liter root beer last time I ordered a pizza for Luigi's. So
Was it your neighbor?
no, it was. I literally saw him eating it.
I
You
have
like
my
root
own.
beer.
I'm just saying, y'all don't do that. Or
I think it may have been eggs, but I've never seen eggs eat something healthy in its life.
I'm not gonna
One of
like
the
find out
piranhas.
exactly who. It doesn't matter at this point. It's already happened. I'm just saying, if any piranha, grunt, jellyfish takes someone's food, I'm gonna break their legs.
Okay.
Figuratively.
Damn. Okay.
Anyway. We might get lower numbers today just because 400 years ago there was like some really weird holiday.
Oh, Freedom Day or whatever it's called.
I guess.
Talking about the day, though.
Postpone it, but I thought, we'll see what numbers we have.
Yeah, so don't be discouraged if not many people show. If a few more don't show up, it's
I
because
already
of the.
expected.
Yeah. They're celebrating a 400-year-old holiday today.
Look, man, any excuse is a good excuse for a vacation.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm gonna check out my apartment real quick. I'll be right back. 10 minutes, got it. Yeah, no, that's the best wall.
I keep forgetting there's that like red ceiling exit door up there. Got all the windows lit up.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it stayed okay. Never mind. Okay, good. I want my new big screen Beyond 2E. For the love of God, big screen. Give me my goddamn headset I paid for. Oh, I want it so bad. Because this one's failing.
Oh, God. It's not gonna be clean. Oh, dirty.
All right, cool. All right, let's go back out there. By the way, someone left their door open.
The what?
Someone's door's open.
Oh yeah, isn't that your new neighbor?
I guess so, yeah. But they left their door open, whoever it was.
Hang on, do we?
I didn't
know
go in. I
Doc?
just could tell it was open.
Do we know anyone named Doc here?
Do y'all know anyone named Doc who calls themselves Doc again?
Don't know.
Dot or Duck?
DOC.
Doc. Like short for doctor or something.
Well, Doc left his door open.
No. Yeah.
See, don't make the mistake I did when I left mine open when I was loading up my apartment. El Coy crawled to the bathtub, and then someone else took a piss in my toilet.
I mean, I know a Doc, like my river Doc who gave me my lungs, but like, I can't be him.
God.
He's supposed to be like halfway across the city.
Alright. I'm sure it'll all work out. Anyway.
Alright. Let me go prick the shark tank.
Now we're going down.
I think I'm gonna go down to the barracks and check.
Well,
on,
let's lock
check
up
on
the
Jake.
clippy clip.
I don't know if I can find Jack. He's that. He's like the big guy who got hit by the car on patrol a couple days ago, I think.
Are you sure he isn't dead? He went to bed with a concussion.
I'll just make this
Yeah, I'm
better
sure he's
for
fine.
everybody. That way everyone knows where to go.
Alright. Shall we head down?
Alright. Is that everybody? Are we getting anybody else?
I think the grunt is getting another grunt.
Where is Ghost Frame? Is Ghost Frame over there? I'll go try to find him. Ghost Frame, down. Training. Alright, there we go. Let's go.
Alright.
I feel like this won't be beneficial for me, but it'll be beneficial for everybody else, I guess.
I don't know. It might be beneficial for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish I had Sin here, but oh well. Who's getting a Thrasher? Are we gonna get a Thrasher to work with, or are we gonna just talk
You're
about it?
floating a bit?
I can
Happens.
go see if I can find somebody. I mean, I guess
Well, what's the
someone who's in
plan?
charge
What's your
of that.
plan, Eclipse?
I told you my plan, but for the most part. We're here mostly just as a nice open area to discuss about...
Oh, we're just discussing, and then we're gonna go
Right.
after one. Got it. Makes sense.
Discussing, strategizing, and then putting those strategies into action.
Got it.
So, Several, you wanted to talk about it in the first place, and that's why we've made this a Thrasher-themed one. Go for it.
Okay, so I've been on a couple Thrasher runs. In the past, we've basically been working with the medical team, getting tranquilizer darts or something like that. But if you don't have that, then you obviously have to use brute force. Typically what you would use is bigger guys like Red, or, you know, we got Bob now as well, to basically do physical force against a Thrasher to basically get them to eventually do a roar or something. When they do a roar, when they do that big old roar, obviously it's going to hurt your ears. Make sure you cover your ears when you go in. But for people who are ranged, who do have tranquilizer darts, when they do that roar, that soft underbelly is revealed. They could shoot there. However, if it's an Alpha Thrasher, which we usually just run the fuck away from, that roar shit doesn't work. That their soft underbelly is like fucking titanium at that point. There's no soft underbelly in those. So regular Thrasher, fine. Alpha Thrasher, that won't work. But generally speaking, you want to get their soft underbelly, knock them up there, so that way you get a little bit more trauma to them, and then knock them out. And then, of course, you can take them out that way. Other than that, you want to avoid, if you're trying to capture them alive, you want to avoid shooting them with actual ammunition, unless it's in non-vital areas, because we're going to eventually have to pull those bullets out because it'll get infections. So you don't want to actually, if you're trying to use the Thrasher as one of our allies later, don't shoot them, if you can help it, unless they're tranquilizer bullets.
Is that everything?
Not really everything. The other thing you can do with Thrashers is when they're a little bit weaker, you can actually, if you're able to, it's an extremely dangerous maneuver, so typically you reserve it to one of our tankier boys. You can actually ride on top of the Thrasher, do some blunt force trauma in the back of their head. You could also ride them like a rodeo into other walls. When you're riding on them, they're going to try to throw you off, but you can pull a little bit behind their head a little bit to force them forward, almost like a horse, and run them into a wall. We've used that strategy before where we'll run them into the wall. Just be careful when you do this that no one's in your way, because you can run them into the wall, but you can also smash someone into a million pieces. So avoid doing that. That's about my experience on them.
So, do you have any experience?
Not too much with the regular Thrashers, but more experience dealing with the Alphas from that mission.
Go for it. This is all about Thrashers.
Yep. When dealing with the Alpha Thrashers, well, we aren't planning on doing this today. What you want to do is basically run it in circles. If you find a good area where you can hide and duck out of the way, get angered, get charging at you, then at that second, it's very risky, but jump out of the way so it runs past you, and then have another person ready to continue it, to distract it into another direction. You want to get tired so that it's, well, not able to hurt you as much, and puts up less resistance, but that's pretty much all I have with the Alphas.
You can also use that same strategy on regular Thrashers. However, when it comes to Alpha Thrashers, which we hope we don't see anymore, because an Alpha Thrasher, they're an Alpha. They're going to kill every other Thrasher in the area and kill everything. So, with Alpha Thrashers, you want to make sure that you kill those. Those ones, you do shoot. However, if you don't have a high enough caliber, that shit's just going to bounce off. So you got to make sure you get them from behind or from the sides where there's actually piercing through their armor. That one is a 10 plus people job when taking out Alpha Thrashers. Regular Thrashers, you can get away with 5 people, but you need 10 or more when you take out an Alpha Thrasher. They're way too strong.
Gotcha.
There's a reason why the Alpha Thrasher mission was an emergency all hands on deck mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Patches and the other piranha? Do you have any thoughts or insights?
No, I've only ever had to feed them.
That's an insight nonetheless.
Hey, Ghostframe, we're on training. Go ahead and stand up. Let's get over here. Let's not sit down. If Athena came down here, so you sit down, they'd bite all your head off.
breathing lots of Skaven.
I mean, I do have a minor question. The other night, while we were dealing with the whole clowns in the sewer, whatever that was, there was a thrasher just sort of stalking, like, in the far distance in the sewer.
That's their territory.
I was told by I think it was one of you, that we just leave them be. Are those powers or are those wild?
No, outside of our borders, those are wild. We have a couple of nests right by our base. Those are our thrashers, but further in, those thrashers are wild. Most of those wild thrashers will kill those clowns or whatever deal, or even the spiderlings as well. They're actually a good deterrent against that stuff. However, things still slip through because they're mainly there to protect their eggs. Another thing that you should never do this, even though it has happened before, is take a thrasher egg. Because literally the smell and scent of that will literally be attached to you, and you will be a hot magnet for that thrasher. And in that point, you do have to kill that thrasher or knock them out if you have that smell on you. So, like, let's say you're going through the sewers and you randomly fall into a pile of eggs because you've been pushed off by a combatant. You're covered with that stench. You better get that shit off of you. Throw away your... I'm not saying run naked through the fucking sewers, but I mean, get those clothes cleans and everything as quickly as possible. Or use something to get that scent off of you. Because you will literally become a hot magnet.
Y'all ever had a incident with a thrasher where someone had to act as a decoy using the scent, or...?
That's been a strategy we used before. You can do that, but it's very highly discouraged because when you have it only focusing on one person, they're unpredictable. At least when you have it where you're hitting one and then it focuses on that and then you have someone else hitting, you could confuse it. If it's not confused and it just become a barrel towards one person, then it's unpredictable in that. You think it's predictable because it's targeting one person? No. You don't want to just target one person the whole time, because then you're solely relying on that person. If that person gets knocked out or hurt, then your job will now be to save that person, and that's going to distract you from handling the thrasher in mass.
Ghostfang, do you have anything else to add?
Ghostframe has only like seen thrashers a little bit from the distance. They've actually never gone. Have you ever actually been on a thrasher mission at all? I don't think you have. Gotcha. Well, just know, for you, I know you're for more heavy weapons type stuff, but I don't know. Do you have any like blunt trauma type armaments at all, or is it all just weapons based? Okay, that is a thing. However, I would say for you, because you're more mech-based, you would use your mech on a Thrasher mission more likely, because then in that case you would be the tank in that case. And because they're here and we don't have Red or anybody today, if we actually are going on something today, I would recommend they use their mechs to be basically the tank to knock it. But in this case, if we do go over Thrasher to capture it, make sure you're just using grunt trauma. No guns, no nothing. Unless you have shocking implements to try to knock it out.
Right. Apart from that, there's the information I was able to gather. There are 3 types of thrashers that we'll find here. And only 3 types, really. Of course, there's the Alpha Thrasher, but that's the 4th type that we don't want to worry about. First, I'll explain the simplest type, which are the smaller red thrashers that are not the alpha thrashers. These are the particular undead thrashers and those are the ones that Athena herself has created. They are the only ones that actually work as a group. None others have this property, which is quite important. If you see one of a red thrasher that's quite small, skitterish, that is one of our specific special thrashers, and that one's an important one. Next, the 2 kinds of thrashers that we'll actually find. From looking around and asking about, as well as Alcoy, talking to Alcoy about it, we have two types of thrashers: the silver thin thrasher, and the venomous thrasher. Sorry, my notes are a little blurry. These two thrashers are the most common types. You'll see they're usually, the silver thins are supposed to be like all silver, right? They look really like grayishy silver or something. And the venomous are more like a greenish type. There is a huge point to make a distinction between the two. The silver thin, it spits poison. According to what I've heard, the poison, it's an irritant on your skin. It could cause some damage inside of you. It's bad. But the venomous is even worse. Do you know that like that
Green
stuff,
shit.
That like green shit, yeah.
Acid.
That acid, that's the venomous spit.
Yeah, you'll turn into goo.
It's acid. That stuff is bad to get on you. So overall, did you have a question?
No, I was going to mention that about like the green stuff, how it'll melt you into freaking goo. I think there's not that we would deal with this that often, but sometimes they have there's a one with a sticky goo, right? It just sticks you in place.
The alpha thrasher.
Yeah.
Which is why it makes it exceptionally dangerous. Being stuck in place with no way to deal with it. I remember Gabagoo talking about it. Then,
What are you doing, dude?
as far as those two are concerned, they're the only two types that we actually have to deal with here in
Are you watching my stream, or are you just looking at something?
Next on the things that I have at least notes written down is there are two kinds of thrashers, the male and the female. Females will be in their nest, they'll be guarding them with their lives. The males, they roam around. Females go near their nest, they will kill you. Touch their nest, they will kill you. Breathe their nest, they'll probably kill you. If you're gonna approach a female, there is nothing you can do besides subduing it. But on the other side, a male thrasher is different. Hold on.
Well, we got some peoples.
Yes.
About those poisonous and venomous thrashers, actually. I remember seeing, I used to watch like circus acts and everything, and the people that would work with fire, they've got like a flame retardant gel. I reckon one of the medics, or I guess one of the people here who works with chemicals, could come up with a, I guess, solvent gel or something.
I'm sure they could. I'm sure they could. But it would depend on getting the actual materials to actually experiment on that. Something you could probably mention to Alcoy later, and then he could look into that, see if that's the thing. I have heard of people doing that. You can also freeze it off too. But typically you wouldn't want to do it. But
I thought I had those.
Sweet.
the best solution would be to not get that on you whatsoever.
Well, yeah.
You can kind of see they rear up.
Somebody's attention, right?
What I was explaining Eclipses, they were asking about like the goo and stuff, and maybe using something that could prevent the acid and prevent the thing, like a solvent gel. I said that's a possibility, but the best thing to do is to just watch when it's about to up on you and just get the fuck out of the way. Because if it doesn't get you, then you're fine.
I did actually mean to ask, what are the tells for when they're about to do that? Because like it can be a little bit difficult when you're kind of in the middle of the chaos of actually
Jaw flaps. Their jaw flap starts quivering, and then they rear back. It opens up, and then they exhale it out. The other thing, also, when it's about to roar, you notice both its legs where it sets itself in place, and then rears up and then roars. Those are the two tells. Also, when it lowers its head, you know it's about to do a charge.
Additionally, if it's going to get its mouth close to you, or you're going close to its mouth,
It'll
it's
bite
most
you.
likely going to end up biting. in some cases, they will also like to slam against walls. That can be a pretty effective measure. So, if you're next to a wall and it seems like it's charging like sideways almost, then it's gonna smash into you. Pretty easy tell though. Well, continuing from where we were, the two types of thrashers. As I said, there's the males and the females. Females, we don't want to go near them. They're in the nests. If you approach a female, you're going to have to subdue it, no matter what. But if you're lucky to find a male roaming around, that's where things change. A male running around, they're looking for a female, and they are not in the same form of defensiveness as the females. They are ones that we could actually tame without having to subdue at all. Yes, Prana?
Oh, I was actually gonna ask. I meant to ask earlier about the small red one. Has there ever been cases of encountering those in places they shouldn't be? The ones that they made.
Yes, once. They escaped. It was a whole mission. And we also learned firsthand, well, how good they cooperate with one another.
I see.
Anyways. So, the male thrashers we can actually attempt to tame. Typically done by giving them food. And Boss just kind of said, you gotta stand your ground. Don't run, just stand there. Whatever that means. I assume he just means to, like, stand in front of the Thrasher, no matter what. But that's really all he gave. And that's all we have.
I think it's a display of dominance. Like, usually, I used to want to be a vet. I know animals are part of social displays. Maybe that's something they do in the wild to kind of assert a hierarchy or another. Maybe not backing down.
Not a bad thought. That is more or less all the information I was able to gather myself, personally. So, that's all the information. Now, we want to talk about strategies. We've already spoken a little bit about this, but it's important that we understand what our strategies are, what our best cases are, what we should avoid, what should we handle. Does anyone want to give a try at a strategy? Several?
Pretty much what I said earlier. You want 1 to 2, at a minimum 1 tankier boys to basically be the focal point. Then you have 1 to 2 ranged people who could probably use stuff from afar, tranquilizer darts, stuff like that, or regular firearms if you aren't actually in the mood of capturing and you're wanting to kill. That's a different thing. Then you also want basically your faster, more scrappier people who can hit it from the side while they can mash it up. So at least 2 people to basically be the flies buzzing around the main critter, if you know what I mean. The tankier person, or 2 tank people are the ones that focus take the most defensive posture. They protect the other flies, as it were, that are annoying the thing to knock it down and get a little splash damage on them, while the ranger hitting them from afar. I think there's another strategy you could also invoke. If you don't have a tanky person, then you use the same situation as before with just your flies now become your tanky people. They work together in order to switch from front to right, back, left, stuff like that. Then you got your runners. If you're in a running situation where you're running to do hit and run type deal, you have somebody who's really, really fast, distracts the Thrasher, run to the thing while you have your other people hiding out from behind so they get hit from behind and the side. Those are the 2 or 3 main strategies that I know of that we've utilized before.
Alright. I'll tell you what. Patches, you're a Thrasher. Several. Take some people and enact an idea of what you're trying to say.
Okay, I'm not actually going to be moving too much. So basically, this is a Thrasher from. So in this case, Ghost Frame, you're going to be the tankier person. So what you would do is you would focus. Basically, you would get in front of it to basically assert dominance or basically be in the front. Then you have, let's see, Sola and you. Sola and you come from the sides. So you take left, you take right. I know you're getting stuff there right now, it looks like. So give me 1 second. Alright. Did you hear what I said? Hello? Hey, bro, I was asking for you.
Sorry.
Oh.
I gotta go.
I got it.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, you're okay. Okay, 4th dimension. 4th dimension, I got it. Anyway, so... Oh, yeah, you failed. Alright, I'll get you instead, then. You'll be on the side here, and so basically you're on the side. So you're basically fronting up to the Thrasher to enact basically my plan, basically fronting up to him, and you're basically a defensive wall. You're going to be taking most of the brunt force damage and all that stuff from that. While you two on the side would be using your own weapons or anything from a close range thing. Now me, since I'm more of a ranged person and all that, I will be from afar. You're trying to get this Thrasher into a posture such that he, she, or whatever we're facing, would get to a posture where eventually they would roar, which will expose their soft underbelly. So what you would do, Ghost Frame, in this case, is you would come in, you'd be punching and thrashing against the Thrasher. So get up there. So I take a posture of like you're trying to hold back on it. Not that close, Ghost Frame. Ghost Frame. Good lord, not that close. If you got up that close, they would literally eat your face off. The posture would be Ghost Frame, and I'm not joking about this, is you would actually be focusing on their jaws in order to push them out of the way, so that way they don't hit the other people coming in from the side. Those jaws are death. Your focus is to take those jaws and get it where it doesn't hit the other 2 people. You're going to take the damage from the jaws because you can take it because you're tank. You're going to be in a mech or whatever. These 2 would come in from the side at that point, so act like you're hitting him with the jaws or whatever, and you're holding up against the Ghost Frame to push those jaws away. Do that for me? Okay, gotcha. And that same vein, and Sola and Harry, you would come in from the side with your short range weapons. Come in there, hit it from the soft sides if you can. Then eventually, what will probably happen from this posture is that eventually the Thrasher will probably thrust back. It'll push you all 3 back, but in that and a tail swipe. The other thing you have to do with that, after that tail swipe stuff in, your focus is to get back in there to get them things. So the whole thing is wrangling. It's a wrangling. It's a looping posture, stuff like that. Now eventually, you might have some of that acid being popped up. When you start seeing the red, you all have to get the fuck out of there. Like you all have to get out of there. Give it space, then repeat the same process. Now eventually, they're not going to sit in one place ever. They're going to be charged through. Once that's done, then you push off each other. You'll be pushed out of the way, Ghost Frame. So let's act like the Thrasher's like getting out of your way. You're pushed through. Let's act this like sewers. They go off. They move somewhere else. They have to move out of the way. You let it go off on its way, and then we re-strategize and move on. We move around to flank it from the other sides. At that point...
It's all about reacting to what the creature is doing.
At that point, you would enact a strategy where I said that you switch to a running posture. So my 2 that were hitting from the sides would actually be runners at that point and try to distract the Thrasher to move for anything. Then that allows you to get behind the Thrasher as your tanky boy to hit them from behind, which would then get the Thrasher to come in and then focus on you, and then we repeat the same process over and over again until eventually there's a roar, and then if I have a gun with tranquilizers, I'll pop, 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 pop. That's basically it. Does that make sense, Eclipse? It's never going to be exactly perfect like that. You have to re-strategize the time. It's a free-flowing thing. So those are just strategies I'm saying. Those are ones that you can multiply use.
Ryan, what do you think?
It's a pretty good plan. So it's always very situational with what happens.
Correct. That is just one strategy out of multiple.
Really adapt. We always have to have a plan B, even a plan C, if anything happens. I mean, this whole plan is great and all, but we got to think about if there's multiple occasions of enemies or if there's any sorts of other groups.
Exactly.
I mean, we've had many situations where we've had spiderlings attack along with thrashers. We have Skaven attack us, Maelstrom, whatever it may be. We've had multiple thrashers, like the time in the we went on that mission in the sewers where there was multiple thrashers that we had to take account for. So it's always adapting to what our roles are supposed to be. Maybe they're, like you said, we have runners who are able to distract, but the thing is we can only run for so long, and there's always something changing on the field no matter what. Maybe someone gets injured, maybe someone's cybernetics act up, maybe something happens. We always have to ensure that we have some sort of plan of action for occasions that happen like that.
And I think that's what Clips was referring to. They were just wanting me to explain one strategy in out of multiple strategy.
Of course.
This isn't the end-all be-all.
Different strategies. This is all of us trying to communicate to one another about how to work out this, right? We have ourselves a Thrasher, and we are going to be going off to capture a Thrasher. We're going to be putting this into practice. So we need to make sure we actually have a good idea for what we're trying to do. So,
like, for example, go ahead.
Do you have control over some of your electricity now and everything like that?
I'm working on it. It's a very much work in progress right now.
Okay.
But...
I was gonna say if you had some control over whatsoever, or if somehow on the battlefield, I call it battlefield, but on this mission we're about to go on, if you somehow get the ability to use that, that is another strategy you can actually utilize, because you could stun them, which gives us even more opportunity to get more into that underbelly and in the softer spots, because I don't think a Thrasher would really like being electrocuted.
I mean, yeah, that's true. The thing is, I'm a very logistics type of person. Like, I try to take account for if our rangers run out of ammo, or if our tankers have enough hits for a wear or tear. What role do they become after that, right? Good. We really have to decide what that case is. That's what I worry about.
To bring you up to speed, Hudson, we're going over Thrashers and how to effectively take down Thrashers and capture them and everything like that. You missed most of the training already, but that's basically what we're up to. Now we're talking about strategies we can use.
Well, I didn't even know there was training to begin with.
Oh, gotcha.
I just got here.
I gotcha, understood.
That's alright.
That's alright.
Okay.
If you want to insert any thoughts on how to take down Thrashers, you're welcome to.
No, I wouldn't know, because I kind of just avoid Thrashers.
I just got here.
Together. Down my skill set.
Oh. Alright.
So, let's think about the other parts of your plan. As Kyra said, what's your plan B?
My plan B, if my strategy wouldn't work in that situation, or if it needs to fall apart, then you basically do a tactful retreat in that instance. In that instance, the tanky Oh. No, you're right. The tankier person, or the person taking the most blows, would distract the Thrasher enough so that way the two people who are doing the more side attacks and everything like that can leave out of the way, and then allow the other range, the other two people, to basically back up to a backline position while distracting Thrasher to move through them, and then of course they get off of there. Now obviously if that doesn't work and there's like chomping down on the big tanky person, they can't get away, then y'all two in this simulation of this whatever would have to distract the Thrasher probably enough to where they target you, and if you're fast enough, someone who particularly is fast, distract them to run off so we can essentially live to fight another day or another minute. That would be my strategy for backing up. And then, once again, redoing the process over and over and over again as we can. The other thing, strategize, is if Thrasher gets weak enough and you can get on top of it, you can actually, like as I said earlier, that strategy of pulling them up and using the situation in the area of where they are at, so that way you could actually use the walls to effectively knock them out. Because why punch them when you can actually use them to charge into a wall? It's all situational.
Finally, there's the lay of the land, which is another huge part of this. The thrashers that we'll be gathering are usually all in the sewers. Well, we're pretty decent with that. There's still many obstacles around. Sewers are, well, actually constantly changing in the environment. Whether it be spiderlings, the rats, the rubble around. We don't know where we'll find the thrasher. We have to be able to be vigilant about the position. Kyra.
I was actually talking about Vane with this at some point, and it's a matter of, you know, effectively using our scouts in this situation. We all know our roles effectively, but the thing we haven't been doing too much, you know, we've gotten intel about certain things, but we haven't actually had eyes in the sky, and we kind of want to put that more into play when we do missions like this, because scouts, you know, their job is to make sure, you know, what is this area, what's our entry, what's our exit, and, you know, as you mentioned, this ever adapting or ever changing environment is something we need to be aware of. So we always need to have a scout, you know, on hand in order to make sure, hey, there's an outing here, it's clear, or we need it to get cleared. We need to have this communicated as well when we can. It's all about.
Typically, your scout would also be the range specialist in this kind of case, because they're far enough away that they could see the entrance and exits from afar. Now, sometimes they can go ahead and then back up.
I mean, of course, but, you know, scouting is probably an essential tool for all of this. A ranger, yes, a ranger would be a scout of sorts in that sense, but there are cases when, you know, scouts are kind of, or not scouts, but rangers are more focused on the front lines of what's happening. They're focused on the group that's currently, you know, you're trying to help out that group when you're a ranger, while a scout is more over your eyes in the sky. It's not like they can't do anything to help with combat, but at the same time, we do need to have that person who's able to effectively communicate as much as possible about where our entries or exits are, because if we are trying to find an exit, effectively they'll be separated from that group trying to find that, you know. Gotcha. And also not trying to get into trouble, because we can't be too separated from the group, but it's always case by case in these situations.
I do actually want to hear, even though you said it's out of your skill set, I want to know, Hudson, what would your strategy be if you had to, like, knock out a thrash or anything? I know it's outside of your skill.
For us to wrangle thrashers up in the first place.
Oh, we're always getting new ones to put in our thing. Some of them die, some of them get old.
What, do we milk them or some shit? Like, what's the purpose?
The purpose is
that they're like just a big hulking fish T-Rex.
Defense, as well as strategy around the extra place to kill things that shouldn't be around our area. And as they do die, eventually, they're not ever-living creatures, so we have to constantly, not constantly, but every once in a while,
their life
replace
expectancy is lower than a human's. I thought they would probably be higher than the humans, to be honest.
I mean, is that true? They're kind of low life expectancy, right, Eclipse? Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I'm actually unsure.
Oh yeah, I'll ask Elcoy, because that'll be good. Hey, Elcoy. What's the typical life expectancy of a thrasher? Reason why I ask is like 20 years?
20 around there, yes.
Hudson brought up a good question, because I'm actually curious, like, what's the main reason why that we collect all these thrashers? My thought was like more defense stuff and muscle, and also some of ours die every once in a while because they are the muscle, right? They're not.
Yes, they are the muscle. They also help us, you know, sure, you will have some occasional enemies that pop in sewers, but they're probably less and less because we have thrashers, our own thrashers roaming around, defending it.
Like oversized guard dogs.
Basically. That's why we keep on going. Yep. So that's why we try to capture and get as many as we can. Alright.
So, a strategy I would probably say, this is only my own personal course, I'm still learning strategy. That's why I take everything to heart and I understand everything, or at least I try to. I believe when we end up going up there, we should be in a team, a particular way of how we're going to structure ourselves. I think Kyra's right, having scouts ahead so we can figure out where the enemies are in a quiet manner and report back, and especially, more importantly, so that we can figure out where a Thrasher is. I believe in this case it would be not super wise if we go after a nest Thrasher.
Yeah, no.
Be a little bit tougher. I think for this case it would be much better if we go after one of the roaming male Thrashers.
I wanted to bring
In
something
this
up.
case, go for it.
I know we talked about it earlier, like other combatants that could come along with the Thrasher, stuff like that. What is our exit strategy? Because like if we're suddenly swarmed by Spirelings while we're hunting a Thrasher, our exit strategy should be fuck the Thrasher, fuck all that shit, get the fuck out of there. Correct? We're not gonna like.
If we're overwhelmed by
Correct.
numbers and stuff like that, we can't all defend
It
them off.
depends.
You remember that night with the spiderlings when we were on the beach? How we had this very focused path where we were all trying to clear it out. We had those who were injured, who were in the middle. We had those who were still able to fight both left and right. We just need to clear a path and make sure it's safe for if there's medics or if there's anybody that are injured or whatever the case may be. We just need to have a straight path. We cannot have anybody veer off of that path. And we need to make sure that Scout is communicating, this is our way out, it is clear. We just need to get the hell out of there as soon as possible.
I agree. I just say it is very important in this case that if we are overwhelmed by any amount of enemies, we essentially determine how many enemies and what kind. For example, a lot of rats aren't going to pose as much of a problem as a fair number of spiderlings.
Right.
The spiderlings can be a lot more dangerous. So the numbers and the type change what we're going to deal with. Regardless, once we've arrived or found ourselves a Thrasher, well actually I should apply that. The general thing would be to keep the Rangers safe. This is one of the big things. When I'm dealing with these things in the sewers, I try to keep a tank up front and a brawler or melee at the back, Rangers nice and snugged in the middle. The Rangers are squishy. They're not able to handle themselves. Being in front is terrible, and being behind, while they're shooting up front, they can be shot from behind. Yes, sir.
One thing I will say that was an excellent strategy, not in relation to the Thrasher thing, but what Hudson utilized with his piranhas that he likes to work with a lot. The shield wall type thing that they were doing was highly effective as well.
Against a Thrasher?
I'm just saying for other combatants. I'm not talking about Thrasher. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Yes, that's what I was explaining. If we do run that situation, then
Topic Thrashers. And we're going out of a limb here.
we could experience both. That's what I'm trying to say.
We are going to be doing a proper exercise of attempting to capture a Thrasher. With the sewers, they are dangerous. No matter what, we are going to run into either spiderlings or rats. No matter what happens. So on our way to get the Thrasher, we're going to have to deal with them. And possibly on our way back. Yeah.
All right.
Well, the skill set that I'm looking here right now, we don't have a tank whatsoever. Like, Ranger, don't know what the fuck you do. I have no idea what the fuck you do. Me, I have a fucking sword. You, a Ranger. You're pointing at the fact that that person's the size of us and that because they've got a shield makes them a tank?
No. They're going to use their mech in this case if we don't get like one of the bigger boys here today.
That's a kind of a waste of resource for that, to be honest.
Can the mech even fit in the sewers?
Here's a good question. Can it even fit in the sewers? I mean,
They can.
we could ask
Able
Hell.
to move well.
What caliber do I have? I've got
What
40.
caliber does the mech have?
We weren't going to be using the guns.
I was about to say.
Yeah. We could also ask Boss if he wants to go along in this if we don't get any of the bigger boys, because he would also.
I think it'll be ruined the fun for you all if I showed up.
Alright, fair enough.
Well, yeah, the point of this is training. So if we have El Coy show up, he's just gonna. I mean, he could take on he could take on an alpha for fuck's sake by himself.
Oh, not an alpha.
No.
You're both in. At that time when the police when alpha came up, you headbutted the fucker and the fucker ran off.
Yeah, I headbutted the fucker so that way he can take his attention on me, and I ran off, and they chased me, and I managed to escape. You know?
Fair enough.
Anyway,
All
we
right.
were talking. Once we've located the Thrasher, we'll need, obviously, to our scouts to report back in whether they found a wild Thrasher or a nest Thrasher. We're only after, or the roaming Thrasher, rather. We only want the male one in this case. And any abnormalities that they're found with it, whether it's abnormally charging. True, but from what I've read, they have a tendency to be. The male thrashers typically are roaming around the sewers themselves.
That's about the size of like the front end of a Thrasher, yeah. The mech.
If it's worth anything, they'll be able to hold it off enough for us to do something to it.
I mean, it would work.
How the fuck can we afford that shit, to be honest?
What are you talking about? We've had an X before, right? We just downsized for better scope for the material.
We had a whole bunch of materials we got from when we stole it from a bunch of scrappers in Maelstrom a while back that have been reconfigured.
That's the first I'm hearing about that.
Plus, from a lot of our scrappers that joined us, right? They also were mech pilots, and we also had them bring their stuff over.
Anyway, the general plan would be, or the plan.
Hold on, we're getting a text
ideal
from
world.
Sean. He's at the gate.
One of his piranhas.
Gotcha. The ideal positions, as you say, having the tranquilizers in case. If we're in a situation of having ourselves a female Thrasher, and that is quite pissed off, we're going to need to do it no matter what. Having our tank go ahead, pushing through that. That is the first point. As you say, I agree, having a tank go ahead... Having the tank go forward first, taking the Thrasher's aim is important. Also, something I've learned from my own time with doing some other training, I've also learned that having some way of basically attack, like a two-stage attack essentially, to get its attention, bring it over to there, then get its attention again, or attack from behind while it's on the lighter feet ones. I would say if we're going to have our lighter feet take action, it'd be best to keep them on their feet rather than just sitting still. To be able to roam around is quite a lot. It means that the Thrasher has attention on them, runs around. That means that there's perfect fine. It's easy enough for any of the proper weaponry to take aim and fire. Or get into those sweet spots. Yes, Servo.
Is there anything else major we need to go over at this point, or are we ready to go?
I don't believe information-wise, beyond the strategies themselves, I don't think there's anything else. Aside from that, team lead would be the last thing.
I mean, you're running the training. Wouldn't you want to be team lead of this one?
Not necessarily. In fact, honestly, Kyra. I think you should be. You know the sewers a lot better than even I do. You've been doing a lot more of these jobs. If anyone has the best familiarity with this, I think that would be you. Servo, what?
My suggestion would be, obviously, if they're leading, then he would be the scout ahead. He knows how to scout ahead. He's fast enough, and he can actually get in and out pretty scrappily.
That would be nice.
I suppose.
Is anyone opposed to Kyra being team lead here?
Nah.
Great.
Good.
Then let's do this. So, specifically, are we just diving into finding whatever Thrasher we could clear out? Or what's the case here? I assume we were only strategizing here. I mean, I just got here, so I don't really know what the plan is.
The plan is to
Capture one.
an actual Thrasher. Put in the strategies into
Alive or
action
dead?
and capture one. Alive, preferably.
I'll have to go to the medical bay to get the trank rounds. Or do we got some in there, Elcoy, that I could pick up? Like, how many do you think we got up there?
I think we got about 4 to 5 from the last of my checks.
Yeah, because I shot, like, 4 sounds about right.
How much does it take to knock them out?
Depends how angry and pissed off they are and how powerful. A female, at least 3. A male, probably 2 or 3. So I will just have enough
people to fight those things to try and like wrangle
No, the
one
tranks.
up?
No, the tranks. How many tranks it usually takes to know it. Yeah. The 3.
People?
So I got 4. So that means I have to be very accurate, and I am accurate. Which means I would only shoot when their belly's exposed after a roar. And in that case, you would need to tell me when you notice that. So sometimes I might be fighting other stuff if I have to. So you just let me know. Call out when it's roaring, and then I could fire.
So
1
trying to
or
keep
2.
it alive, the most part is that we'll need to focus on stun locking it, or you know, catching it when it's most off guard. Which is, I assume, for our mech would probably be the best chance for that, because if they're able to hold them in place for enough time, you're able to take that shot when we're able to.
And when you're wrangling it and hitting it, it usually will only take on average about 2 even on a female, but that's also then because they're beating it.
Yeah. So, if anything, I feel like our best case of action, if we're considering this, is that our scout will need to be able to find out where this Thrasher is, and we'll be able to at least shoot 1 or 2, depending on how fast you're able to reload this trank. The first shot will absolutely alert it, but at least we'll have 1.
That would be me. I have bullets that are designed for my gun that Bubbles made a while back. We only have 4 left though.
And Solo, are you able to
scout?
do that as
gonna
well?
be scouting with me
Are you
then?
able to have trank darts in your gun, in your weapon?
Let me answer.
Mine does have ability to trank darts, but I don't know if we have it on hand.
We only have mine that were specifically designed bullets, so I would need to be behind. I could go with him and put in 1 shot, but like I said, the best case is when it's roaring. If I just shoot it when it's down there cracked, it could bounce off the shell of the scale and everything like that. It has to be on the underbelly, the stomach. So it's better if I stay behind, waiting for that from afar.
Okay. I agree. This isn't a speed run. This is a mission.
Of course, it's not a speed run, but it's a matter of at least if we get 1 trank dart in before it, goes off on its rampage, stampede. At least we'll have 1 trank dart to at least weaken it a little bit, and then maybe it gets angry, maybe it does whatever. But after
I can usually get 2 shots off when it's roaring, but 1 to 2 depends on how bad my ears are after it roars.
So it's dependent on if we see a Thrasher that's roaming, then we're able to trank it if you can, but usually, their stomachs are covered when they're walking anyways. So our next plan of action would be, if someone could at least be the bait, like our runners, then maybe they'll spot us, maybe they'll roar, maybe they'll do whatever, we could at least get 1 in, and then go from there.
Alright, then just go ahead and assign roles now so we know what our roles are right now.
Okay. So we need at least likely 2 runners. Because we have a scout already. We have a tank here as well.
I'm down to run.
You're down to run? You're not able to slip up and...
Yeah, no, I got some good lungs in me. I can run.
Right. I can give up medical if anyone needs it.
I'm range.
Yeah, you're range.
I'm range.
Scouts, actually. Should remember that.
Yeah.
As am I.
So we have a runner, we have a tank, we have a scout. You're also.
I would be the ranger in this case.
Ooh.
Okay.
Actually, I will take the piranhas with me. I got some jobs to do with them, so you're gonna be stuck with the eels.
That's fine. We'll assign roles to somebody else then.
Time to go sit in front of the door again. Maybe it's finally run away.
Well, that means
No, this is gonna be fun.
tank,
Come back.
ranger.
Are you gonna make me scrub the floor?
I don't assume you're able to
If
be
I
a
don't
runner.
die, I didn't want to really
I could be a runner.
be here, to be honest. I kind of just got thrown into it, but, you know, I guess I'm
You're
here.
gonna make us scrub the
Well
floor
then,
with the
we'll have you be a runner.
If I get bit, I'm probably gonna die.
trying to
My blood is like
see-
so
so,
fucking liquefied.
I know you're a
Probably
ranger.
bleed
The
out in
thing
10
is, our
seconds.
focus isn't
Clean
on
your bike.
shooting it too much. It's more of we're trying to trank it. So shooting it, we're not trying to kill it. Do you have any sort of weaponry that is able to stun it
We can go for pizza.
at all? Or do you just have rounds of bullets to shoot it with?
I'll bring this back down. I'm just gonna take them over.
Like any unique weaponry or utility that you're able to use?
I think I could potentially get its attention if it gets distracted from the runners, but
But
other
how?
than that, yeah,
That's the
that's
You can shoot the scales, and it will not go
Yeah.
into their
Yeah, do you have
scales.
flash grenades? Do you
Yeah.
have
oh,
anything that's
I was
Demolitionist
Me.
without any form of
I was meaning
demolitionist,
to
like
get
what?
I was meaning to get the flash grenades.
Here's the other way you could distract it. They can use their firearms and aim for the scales where it won't pierce through.
Yeah.
And it can bounce off and distract it. That would be my suggestion.
okay? That would be decent too. The thing is, I'm trying to find a plan of action where, you know, we have a runner, yeah, but we're not looking to chase it down the sewers for 5 hours straight. You know, we need to
Yeah.
find a place where we could actually stop it. So if we have a runner who's able to distract it, because this is my plan of action so far, plan A at least, is that we have a scout, you know, find where this thrasher is, figure out the layout of the land, you know, see where we could run, see where we could place our tank, in fact, be able to trank it at least once with its roar once it spots one of us, have it being chasing our runner into him, you know, the tank, and at least stun him. So we
I could be
actually do
runner
something.
as well as ranger. I mean, I could do multiple. That's usually what I do anyway.
Yeah, but you're also the person in charge of making sure you shoot this thing.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
So it's a matter of we could have another distraction if needed, which, you know, in the case I could also be that runner and distract him when we can. We also have many points of places where we could, you know, refresh ourselves because we have these rooms that we're able to hide in down there. But we also have to make sure these rooms are clear and, you know, there's no scavens or spiderlings in there. So we also have to make sure we have a spare, you know, anything.
Okay, so do we got a plan now? Are we all good?
Yeah, that's our plan so far. Plan
All
B, though, is that we do need to adapt. So depending on if one of us hits a dead end or one of us gets into a situation, our best plan of action is cutting it off by all grouping up, getting that person the hell out of there, have one runner distracted and leave, and then the remainder of the group able to get into a room. And there's shortcuts in the sewers, so we could, you know, refresh ourselves and get another plan of action before this thrasher makes its round towards us. Go ahead.
Something you could probably add to plan B is Hudson has that little fire breath thing you could do. He might be able to blind it a little bit so that way people go away. Would that make sense, Hudson?
That would make sense.
All right. I think we're ready.
Okay. Ready for this?
Yep.
Perfect. Again, rolls, runner, ranger, scout, also a runner, and a tank. Good?
I gotta go to the medical bay to get those things. Remember, I only have 4 shots of that trank. That also means that I don't have my regular ammo in it, which means I don't want to use that on other things. if I'm loaded up at the time.
Well,
Still have my shotgun at least, but
We should all go back up.
well, you're a sharpshooter. You should be able to reload fast. Like fuck. It's like just like crack it open.
Of course, if you manage to miss all shots, then we'll just need to
beat the shit out
retreat
of it.
as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Not beat the hell out of it. We're like, we wouldn't want to get ourselves into trouble. If the most case, we want ourselves out alive. So if we can kill it, then again, we have those shortcuts that we could take that we could get the hell out of there.
Hey,
There'll just be an angry thrasher in our store.
press it again. Press it again. We'll use our power together.
Once you get up, I'm going to get into my combat stuff, and then I'll be ready.
Go ahead.
Do we have to do the Titanic maneuver here? Wrap your hands around my waist while I press. Just kidding. I'm
You can go fuck yourself.
You got this, Kara.
No, you don't press it with that. You're gonna break. You'll break that shit. No, Ghost Frame. No. He's doing it anyway. Oh, whatever.
It's not been the greatest so far.
I mean, it's supposed to have the well course bullshit, so. Baby, what is it? Oh, shit. I mean, to be honest, that fucking thing's been there for like God knows how long, and through thick and thin of people throwing hands in here and blowing shit up, so.
Yeah, true. It's probably made out of God's gift to titanium. I don't know.
It's been.
Probably.
It's just the last few times our teammates have changed the mechanics, which was very unorganized.
Oh, I hear the elevator finally.
That's the problem I have.
There we go.
But I'm glad we're doing this training.
All right.
You're sending us to training as well.
I'm gonna go to the medical bay to go get my stuff, and then I'm gonna go pick up my shotgun, cause I'll need something else.
Mm-hmm.
While Serval gets his gear, let's just wait in the sewer bedrooms for a bit.
Yeah.
Get what we need to get prepared.
All right. Let me have Hudson go with me,
Get a
because
crank gun as well and give me one to see if I can try and get the first shot off.
nah, they're only designed for my gun.
Then what the fuck's the point of me going ahead and shooting a shot off then?
Because you're a scout, we just explained this.
Wasn't the explanation of it like, you know, sending out the scout, trying to get the first shot off? Can you get your fucking logo to get out my face?
They're gonna follow you.
All right, I'll be back. All right, let me go get my fucking train. Oop, wrong way. All right, I gotta get my shotgun too.
Where we could run to, set up a place where we can. You as the scout, lead Serval here. Get that.
I'm
shot
going with
off.
him. Got it.
It's gonna be angry. We'll have a runner who gets chased, and then from there, that's where we start figuring out our plan of action. We have a tank who's able to hold them off. We'll set up a point where we are all prepared to ambush it once that runner, you know, that thrasher is chasing that runner. Then we're set up for an ambush, and we're able to hold it off and get something done. That's our plan of action. Your job is to find out that lay of the land where we could set up, where that thrasher is located, whether it's a meth thrasher or a regular thrasher, and then Serval will use his trank to possibly shoot it, get it angry, follow up us.
I will only shoot it. I will only load up my trank bullets with everything. So me and Hudson will go forward, and if we ran into any like rats or any other
Load
things,
one
we
at a
shoot.
time.
Yeah.
Don't put the whole lot in.
Yeah.
Do you have like, you know, reserves for like?
Yeah.
Get the one shot off. Boom. Put your real rounds in.
Yep.
Just in case anyone decides to show up.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was gonna do. All right. Which way we going?
Probably this way. This way is probably best for this.
How do you want us to all be lined up then?
I'll watch our 6.
You want me and Hudson in the front?
Let's see. Yeah.
Alright. Alright. We need to lock that up, don't we?
Likely.
They. Oh, I don't know. I'd say just leave it. Like anyone's going to be able to get down there anyway. That's like that thing like holds up like probably 10 thrashers.
One less thing to worry about.
Shotgun time.
The best way to find the layout of the land is going forward, left, and then left again.
Be mindful. I'm putting my bayonet on this guy. Because I don't know if rats will come around the corner. I got stabbed in the face.
Yeah, you do that. I
Which
merely
mean-
have a knife, so I don't want to get into any sort of gunfight here. I'll just be a runner.
Fair enough.
I'm covering our back.
Alright. Let's keep quiet so me and Hudson can focus. Because we want to hear shit.
Man, I'm not exactly going to be quiet if we have more people behind us.
Survey.
Yep.
One last thing. We needed a sort of code to communicate if we're far from each other. Just wave at us if we're able to continue, or just do the stop sign. We
Yeah,
need to
no.
hold.
I know the fist, yeah. Got it aimed. Alright, they're falling behind. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're just waiting there.
I mean, they probably found a place to hunker up, I suppose. That's probably
Yeah.
what they're doing is
They're just
sitting
waiting
out.
for us to move along. Okay. They're coming up to us. Let's wait right here. I'll let you know when they're halfway and we can start moving on again. Alright. We're moving. We're moving. It's dark as fuck over here.
I think it's a dead end.
Oh, this one's
Can't
dead.
really see any light. Yeah, I think it's a dead end.
I think this is.
Special light down here? Oh no.
Let that camp here for now. You guys go ahead.
Is this a dead end? Oh, it's not a dead end. We're good.
Yes, this is where it splits into four
Light
paths,
doesn't
so
travel
be careful.
fucking shit in here.
I'm gonna have to put a flashlight on my shotgun.
Stay here.
Staying. You talking about us
they
or?
ca-
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, I'm talking to Ghost Frame.
Gotcha.
He has a big old neck, and this is where it's...
Alright, we got a thrasher nest right here.
Well, females most likely gonna fucking appear, so we don't want to do
Yeah, we
Okay.
want.
Here's the plan.
Ooh.
This is where you guys have to separate. We'll stay here. You know where to run.
Fair enough.
big spooky corridor.
Cool. I'll let you go first, Hudson. If I say duck, duck. I'll take the right.
Take the right, I got the left.
Got it.
Don't shoot the thing that's in front of me, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I got your back.
Don't exactly have, you're not exactly using a pistol, you're using a shotgun, so that's got, you know, spread.
I know. I prefer to use the bayonet. Alright, looking at your left. I don't see anything around the corner yet.
Nothing on your right.
Gotcha.
At the moment.
Got acid over there. That's that area.
On the bars.
That's back. That's back on our area, so we need to go this way.
I should have got a flashlight. But
Yeah, me too. All right, so we know where to go. We turn left, turn right to get back where we're going. Need to run. All right, it's dark as
I
fuck.
think this might be a dead end.
Yeah, we're about to find out. I think this is a dead end.
Yeah, you're pumping the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah, dead end. So that's
Other
back.
way around.
Yeah, other way. Taking the right. Ah.
No trails or anything yet. I don't fucking see anything except.
We need to start
Well, the
marking
thing
this
is
place
that-
with graffiti.
That one's marked over there. That acid is one of ours.
Yeah. Dead end that way, and that wraps around back towards our base. So,
There's two.
yeah, dead end that way, and then wraps around to our base. So we're gonna go this way.
Wait. I need to inform you of something first. Come here.
What's up?
Over here. Oh, I see. You see that there's a water trail down there, and I pointed out. It's almost like some sort of thing walked here. Obviously not a thrasher, but something else. We might have company.
Oh.
Let me take.
There's a water trail in the concrete. Obviously, it's a little bit more.
Here, give me a second.
So look at the other side.
Serval's gonna be looking at it. Does he notice a foot pattern? Any claws?
Not foot pattern, just a weight of water was pushed onto the concrete. You can also see it on the other side as well.
Son's been walking through the water and got out. I don't know what exactly it was, but it's someone on two legs, probably.
Yeah, and definitely not a thrasher.
So rats or spiderlings.
Or
So we're not
something
alone.
else. We never know.
Yeah.
Just
You
be
two
wary.
like water, don't they?
I don't know.
Now to figure out if it comes from the left or the right.
We can go over there and see if the trail goes on this side. Give me a second. Looking to see if there's a water trail.
Yes, you see that there's both sides. Water trail looks like something was in the water, pushing the water onto the concrete on the same time.
Yeah, it went this way. I got water trail going this way, so
Alright.
we probably would be better if we stick together now. Unless you still want us to go ahead
We'll follow
alone.
you guys.
Mhm.
We'll follow you guys, and we'll just set up here because it's a little more dangerous here on the floor.
Gotcha. Alright, moving on the left.
Let's go.
Let me move ahead, Hudson. I'm looking to look down that pathway real quick. Looking to see if a water trail's going on that entrance. Looking for the water trail to see if it goes in that entrance at all.
No, the Hudson, you can see that it's dry.
There's nothing in there.
But it continues along the path. Like, it looks like whatever it is was in the water. Something big.
Shh. I see a thrasher.
Oh, great.
Alright.
Do we know what type?
Gonna look. Looking at this thrasher, see if it's male or female. Can I tell from here? It's definitely a roamer of some type. Me and Hudson are gonna go.
I mean, it's not near a nest, so
Okay,
it's probably
we're
a
setting up.
male.
We're gonna set up here. If you guys are able to sort of follow.
I'm
it
loaded up
and
with a
just-
trank. Alright, here we go.
You know the plan.
Alright, you piss it off, Hudson, and I'll shoot it in the gullet.
Okay.
I'm loaded up with a trank. I'm gonna get behind you, actually.
Well, I don't want to be on this side. I want to be on this side.
Yeah. Eyes on target.
You can see that the water ends with as it's wading through, pushing the water onto the concrete.
Okay. So that's been doing all the water. It was wading through and putting the water on the concrete. Wasn't actually creatures. I was wrong. Alright. I'm gonna whistle. Okay,
Well,
it's
supposed to be the one to piss it off.
I'm just whistling. That's not gonna piss it off.
She's just gonna piss it off.
Alright, it's looking this way. Ready for you. It's coming around the corner. Be careful. It's not around the corner yet. It's staying right there, so you can... Yeah, here it comes. It's right there. Perfect. Alright, roar for me, baby.
Okay.
Got one off. Here it comes. I got one off on him. So it looks like a male. It was wading through the water, pushing it up.
Stay. Get ready to hold. Get ready to hold. Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it. Get it distracted.
I gotta wait for it to roar again. I'm already loaded up with one. I'll load up with the trank round if I need to.
Damn it. He can't hold for long. Keep shooting, Solo.
Grab your gun.
It's guarding its stomach. It's guarding its stomach. Be careful.
Here.
Thank you.
Damn it. Make some noise, Solo. Get it distracted.
Alright, here we go. I got it.
Get ready. Shoot.
There we go.
Nice.
I got two more.
2 or 1?
I got 2 more left.
Where did you shoot it?
Right in the stomach. Right in its underbelly. Watch it. Loading back my regular ammo. They're stuck in there. We gotta get them out of there. We gotta distract it.
Yeah. We gotta distract them. Go on the
Why
other
can I
side.
not? Oh, nice. Good job. But that probably hurt like a motherfucker. Alright.
Charge at him.
Charge at him.
Nice. We have to make it angry again.
Okay, moving. I'm gonna move on the side.
Try running right behind him. Try to get his attention. Let's do it on both sides. Let's do it on both sides. All right.
You want me to stay back? You want me to come with you? Okay, coming with you.
Yeah, come with us. Am I
I'm just aiming for the scale so it can bounce off, so.
Solo. Solo. Oh my god, turn around.
Oh, okay, Hudson's doing, okay, he's doing the thing that I told you to do before. Be careful, Hudson. Get the fuck out.
Run.
Got it. That's 3. It's got 3 in it. I got 1 more left.
It's 3. But it's angry. Run.
Okay, run.
There's a room on the right. There's a room on the right. Get in the room. Get in the room.
In the room, okay, in the room. Go.
Clear it. Here. Where's our mech? We need to reconvene with our mech. Here. Let's go.
They're away here.
Yes, there is.
One of us should stay here. Wait, it moved away. They moved away.
Chasing the fucking guy.
All right, we're moving.
This way.
We're coming.
Serval, let's go. Reconvene. Where's Hudson?
Hudson, boat this way. Oh, I think he ran around. He's chasing after from the other way.
Yeah, let's reconvene. Blink it. Same pathway. Nice.
Hudson's behind them.
Hold it down.
Wait for it.
It's already got 3 tranks in them. I have 1 more left, so this might be just a stronger one. I have 1 more, but I recommend not using it. It should be enough.
Is it just a matter of when it's gonna be knocked out now?
Pretty much. You gotta fucking knock him out.
Are you able to shoot at its skills a bit? Yeah. Nice. Just keep shooting at it. Tire it out. Tire it out. Okay. Circle.
Yep.
You remember where we just came from? The shortcut?
Yep.
Me and Eclipse are probably tire it out if I keep running back and forth with it.
We
Got
just
it.
need you guys to keep shooting at it.
All right?
Got it.
Nice. Are you ready? Eclipse?
Why can I not grab? Dimensionally, my shit's not working. My God. Somebody's going. Watch it, rats! Fuck. Ooh! Fucking rats. Solo, move with me, move with me. We got separated. We gotta move. We gotta keep on moving. Keep on moving with me. We got separated by accident. There's nothing we can do. Move with me. Fuck, why is this not contact's not working? Move across. We're gonna have to move out and meet back up with them.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. I don't care. I cannot see shit. Sola! Sola, where did you go? You're supposed to follow me. Sola? Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. I actually cannot see fourth dimensionally. Where did Sola go? Guys! Fucking hell. Alright, sorry, guy. He's stuck in there. Thanks, guys! Woo! Okay, stop! He's stuck in here. You have to pull him out. I'm stuck in here.
We got it.
Sorry, we had to get separated. I tried to get Sola to go. Where's Sola at?
Yeah, that's the problem. Our plan wasn't to get separated, Serval.
I know.
That wasn't the plan.
I know that wasn't the plan. It kind of happened.
But you have to listen, Serval. That's the plan. We discussed it.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you separated. Why are you changing the plan on
I
us?
did not change the plan. We got separated because Sola started running out. I was trying to get Sola safe.
We got it, okay?
Okay?
It's
Fantastic.
dead, by the way.
Jesus Christ. Is it at least knocked out?
Yes, it's knocked out.
Why isn't it breathing? Fantastic. It's dead. It's dead, Guns. I mean, Serval. It's dead.
How could it be dead? You aimed for...
Dead. I don't know. You explained to me. You were the one separated from the group. You were the one who was doing this alone.
I wasn't doing this alone. What are you yelling at me for? Sola was being attacked by rats. I was trying to protect Sola.
4 of us trying to figure out where you were and where Hudson was. Hudson also separated from the group. We had a plan. and now it's dead. Fantastic.
It shouldn't be dead. I aimed for the...
Dead. I don't know how to explain it. It's dead. Okay, it's not breathing.
He probably
Is it
got...
moving?
Okay, understood.
The plan was to knock it out. If it was knocked out, it would still be breathing at least. But it's not. It's dead. Ghost frame. Throw it out. Get it out of the door.
You guys are great chance, but we still need to find Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson needs to be found too. Let's go. And follow, Serval.
I did follow. Sola got separated. I was trying to get Sola back, and then we ran around by the Thrasher.
Explain as much as you want. It's dead, and the mission is failed.
I'm done. I'm fucking pissed off. I gotta go. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to go take a break. I was getting out of character frustrated, and, you know, I didn't want to scream at somebody when they don't deserve it. I was just out of character frustrated, so sorry about that, everybody. That's on me. Let me go back there. I'm probably just going to go extra. Yeah. Let me change this. Am I? All right, cool.
You okay?
I got out of character frustrated. I just wanted to get out of here before I yelled. It wasn't on you or anybody. I just was out of character. I had to go take a break.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, what happened?
I just something snapped and I was about to pop off and I just wanted to take a break before I did it.
But what triggered it is what I'm asking.
I don't know. I just overall, I just let me mute my stream.
deal with the helpless thrash. That we have the helpless thrasher on our hands.
Yeah. Actually, once you find boss, just alert him. And just tell him to come see me, and I'll tell him about report in about the situation. This is my training regime, and I'm going to report about it properly.
Oh, what happened?
We had a case of friendly fire. The thrasher that we were attempting to capture, unfortunately, was killed. And we have an alpha thrasher in the sewers.
Maybe... Oh,
did we recover the one that was killed at least?
Unsure. From the seams of it, we didn't drag its corpse back. Actually, we found the alpha thrasher.
Fucking Mac 10, right? If you see someone in the middle of fighting of things, right? The cases, you make sure that the people that's in there is not going to be open fight. Well, I'm talking, Sola. What do you want from me?
we need you in HQ. It's kind of important. More important, potentially more important than a case of friendly fire.
No, it's not. Oh my god, so I swear to god, I'm gonna crack you a fucking solid one.
Oh, that's funny.
There's a few in here. I'm trying to find fuse so I can like.
Wanted to give a proper report, but this includes about what I think
I
she's
said
talking
I'm gonna slug you one.
We had a friendly fire incident, as
No,
you
I'm not
know.
gonna slug you.
We also had the thrasher we were attempting to capture. Unfortunately, it was killed. We're unsure of whether it was killed by us or by something else, but we had been split off from. We ended up being split up with Serval and Solar. Ended up down the Utah area with the thrasher, and there lies it finally died. Finally, on our way back, we were dealing with some rats around the time, but there was also an alpha thrasher.
Yeah, I was only walking by going to the ocean. I don't think I'll resist here.
Roger. But
Where's few at? I don't even know where they're at. They at the... Where are they at? I don't even know where they're at. I'm not... I don't know where they're at. I don't know where they're at.
Pulse is pretty stable. He just got zapped. So, the reason why he's unconscious.
I don't know where they're at. I'm trying to find them. The sewers.
Was ready for Hudson. He does better.
But several.
I don't know where he is. Was Cyril with you?
He was, yeah.
He departed though.
Alright.
Mm.
Okay, then I'll grab him too.
It's also my fault.
Ronus,
Yes.
go find
I'll come in a circle for you in my apartment. They're obviously looking for me, so this will establish the continuity back. It's on me. Everybody is watching my stream. I don't normally like to. I recognize like my own faults sometimes, and I'm like, I know I'm about to character bleed and blow up for no reason, so I need to leave. So I did that so that way I wouldn't do something unnecessary. Looking back on it, I probably should have handled it a different way, maybe. I don't know. I just didn't want to blow up. Oh, let's go down there.
Get it downstairs at the barracks.
Actually, yeah, that's actually kind of
It's like
funny.
I'm the only motherfucker that bullets affect, I swear.
Does he have a fork?
I like a magnet for bullets.
It's a bullet magnet.
Friendly fire, twice.
Don't worry, we're gonna handle it.
Try not to what?
Try not to do it.
Try not to do what? Get shot?
No, I shoot you.
That is the most retarded fucking claim I've ever heard in my entire life.
Alright, Hudson, let's not get too
Fucking killing myself.
No. Okay. I will see Hudson, go
Look at
relax.
little bro.
What in the world?
Oh, it's just a microwave. I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Hudson, sit down, we're not talking about it. Alright.
I want to look at. I'm looking at little bro microwave some casserole.
Before we go down the line and everyone speaks up or whatever the case is.
Oh fuck!
Carla, as team lead, what went wrong?
Oh, we got separated. The Thrashers started getting a bit out of control, and unfortunately, one of our allies led it somewhere else, and we sort of got lost a bit.
And who was his ally?
And we lost Serval. We were trying to locate where both Hudson and Serval were at the time, and
Hudson was with us.
yeah, we had Hudson,
Sola.
but
Sola and Serval.
Yeah, Sola and Serval. We had found Sola early on, but we only caught it. Just a fin down the hallway. Point is, Serval had separated from the group, and the Thrasher was chasing it all the way to the undead Ute prison that we had, and Serval was stuck, and unfortunately struck the Thrasher dead.
Serval, tell me your accounts.
What happened is we got separated by the Thrasher via just the situation. I was about to get smacked down. Sola also got separated. Rats came out and were chasing down Sola, so I chased down the rat so they wouldn't kill Sola. Killed that rat, which then brought the attention of the Thrasher, which separated us from. We couldn't get through the Thrasher to get back to the group. So therefore, me and Sola had to run along, get away from the Thrasher. However, we were looking for a turn in order to wrap back around and get back with the group and circumvent back with the group. That's what me and Sola were trying to do. At some point, we got basically run around all the way to the Thrasher prison. I got stuck in there. The Thrasher got its head stuck into the Ute prison area. I shot some rounds that I thought were at the area that were the non-vital regions in order to try to get it to buzz off and also to give an audible thing for the other team to come get me. I didn't separate out of reasoning or just because I wanted to. I did it out of necessity, otherwise I was going to be eaten. It wasn't Kyra's fault in this situation. It was because of my situation getting out.
Sola, your recounts. Why are you separated?
When we were dealing with Skaven and we were being chased down by the Thrasher, right before we got to the undead Ute area, jumped in front of me between Serval. I could not safely continue chasing it down or distract it because I had Skaven as well behind me. So I had to basically focus on Skaven. And if I tried to continue pushing, the Thrasher would have whacked me with his tail, and I'd be out.
Hudson, I was saying that you got separated. How did you get separated?
A rat tried to backstab this one, so I fended it off, and I turned around and everyone was gone, and I was like, oh fuck, and then I got surrounded by more Skaven. Oh, and I almost died.
The situation, I would say that is self-awareness. I get it that a lot of shit's going on, and there's the hunts going on, and you guys are trying to find a Thrasher and do whatever the case is, but you gotta keep awareness of where everyone's at. Make sure you guys are close by. This was an operation where you guys were supposed to spread apart. It was an operation that you guys were going to work together as a team.
Hey, boss.
Ayo.
Your pizza.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So, now for the matter, I don't, as I said before to them, and I'm gonna say it to everyone here, I don't care if you have a pistol, a bow and arrow, a MAC-10, a SMG, whatever guns, right? If you see people fighting in the midst of a battle or whatever the case is, you just don't open fire. You get close enough so that way your aim is through, but strafing shots, bullets go everywhere, right? They can bounce off concrete, they can bounce off shit, you know? Hit an ally.
I just wish if at any point, like, even if you have to scream at the top of your lungs, at least let something be aware of where you are or what's happening. I was trying my best to team lead and keep count of where everyone was at, but we literally mentioned it down below. If we need to adapt to the situation, we need to make sure of what's happening. I understand we can't communicate and let everyone know where we are at all times, but understand that when you're separated from the group, it's almost already a mission fail at that point. We just need to stick together a little bit more, communicate. Like, if there is Skaven on you and there's nothing you could really do and you need to focus, at least. I don't know.
I see some promising aspects, and I think a lot of things we can work with each other here. Ghostrayne, Hudson, Servo, Kyla, Eclipse, and Solar. Whenever we're gonna do this a little more periodically with you, Six. And you guys are gonna get a Thrasher one of these days. You're gonna work as a team. This is the Thrasher catching team. Obviously, we can work on each other. Because obviously there's some people that are upset. I would be too. Because I don't think you guys will learn if you guys are just constantly switching around teams, which is fine. But I think the issue is I need you guys to really hammer it in. The last team that went after Thrashers, you just forgot to bring the Thrashers. The Thrashers just got up and walked off.
I want to reiterate, the point of all of this exercise is to get better. Yes, we failed in this trial mission, but that's the point. We can't just be perfect on the very first run. We're gonna fail and fail and fail, get used to it. We're gonna suck as a team, again and again and again. We'll go as many times as we need to be able to finish this. This is the point of our training. This is what I'm trying to hammer in. In this case, we failed because we got split up. We ended up... Our plan was okay, but we didn't plan for all the possible events. Like what would happen if we split up. How do we handle that? What we need to do is learn from that and take ideas. Talk to each other. That's the most important piece here. If we can all talk to each other and understand our own point of views, what happened, how did we get split up, what can we do, how do we stick together, what do we do in those situations, suggest ideas. This is how we're going to be able to grow as a team. That is all I want to say.
I'm going to give a little justification of this as well. If you don't, you're going to welcome your new coins, jellyfish. This is serious. It's not just working, just catching classes, it's working as a unit.
I'll put my coin on the line for this. Because I know that you're all capable of this. You are all strong independently, and as a group.
If you don't want to put your coin on the line, you can walk out now. Allow you that. Good. Proud of all of you. Okay. I'll let you guys talk it out, whatever the case is. I bought pizza for myself, but you know what? Have it. Failure pizza's good pizza. Pizza's pizza.
We'll get it done.
Get what done? And what is that even supposed to mean?
Actually, Servo, you had it in a very good position. Getting it stuck like that is great for being and having its files exposed like that. If you shrink it, like get stuck like that and shrink it, it's bagged.
That is true. My intention when it was
But
stuck in that door
unfortunately,
wasn't
it
to
ended
kill
up
it.
dead.
It was to actually...
Yeah.
I was aiming for the non-violators, but I guess it may have gotten some other damage, or it may have exposed more because it was stretching out its skin because of being in the doorway.
Yeah. Actually,
Getting it out of the doorway will be another thing entirely, too.
The doorway maneuver is a last resort. I would not say that's something you want to do.
So it's like a little thing.
Regardless,
But
I'm
once
sorry
you
that I
recover-
failed y'all.
Oh, it's a good
I'm
tiny
curious if
one.
the Alpha Thrasher had already damaged it.
Yeah, I did.
We don't need to worry about that.
Kind of mischievous.
Yeah.
Kara,
Kyra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the arena in 5 minutes.
Why?
I'll meet you in the arena in 5 minutes.
Sure.
Why? What's the reason? What?
Just me and them.
Oh shit, say less. Random elixir.
Oh, it's orange juice.
Yeah.
To help getting your blood back. Make sure you eat,
Anyway.
or, you know.
Anything else you need from me?
What's going
Not
on?
necessarily.
Out the fuck away from me! Getting
What
up
are
in my shit for?
What are you doing, Ghost Frame?
This is the one that fucking shot me! I swear to God, if any of you fucking start piping up at me, I'm gonna lash
Wait.
out.
Ghost Frame, what are you doing? Ghost Frame, come back here. Stand up. What's going on? No, no,
I
no.
thought I was doing fine, to be honest. I was doing quite alright.
Ghost
I was
Frame,
doing
don't
what I
walk
thought
away.
I
We gotta work
was
together.
right. I scouted.
Our coins are on the line on this
We
one.
found the fucking Thrasher with Serval. Serval decided to fucking piss it off when he told me to piss it off. Kind of threw me the wrong way, but hey, I was there
No,
to
that's
start
not what I was trying to do. I was
Attention
whistling. I was
with the
whistling for it to get to
drag
you, for you to punch it and fucking piss it off. That's what it was.
Well, it kind of worked out because it kind of did. I shot in the face with flames. We got it. We were dealing with it. Then rats showed up. I prevented a rat from stabbing electric bitch. Now she's got electric for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Anyway,
how that
what's
fuck
up,
that
Ghost Frame?
happened.
Is everything all right?
So.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And then I deal with the
Okay.
fucking creature. I turn around.
You understand why he punched it there?
Combat stems.
And I got surrounded by.
I know.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Gotcha. Remember, we got to work together. Even I'm guilty of being an angry cunt sometimes. Anyway, I gotta go handle something down below.
In all fairness, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think I was doing quite alright. I think I killed 3 of them.
It is impressive.
Yeah, and almost me. Make it 5.
I'm going down there alone with Kyra.
Kyra's sick.
No one else come down.
Vinegar right now.
Oh,
Boss me around, motherfucker!
they should already be down here.
I'd like it though and get myself a drink.
Kyra?
What do you want, Serval?
I think I want what you want. You're frustrated.
I don't know what I want.
You're
Tell me.
frustrated. I'm frustrated. The arena's the best place for something like this.
Are you asking to fight?
I'm asking for a conversation. And if that requires fists, then that's what it's going to require.
If I use my fist, Serval, it's gonna kill you.
I'm aware.
My lightning. So why?
You got frustrated. I also got frustrated. In that situation down there, I want us to all be a team. And I'm guilty of not being a part of the team there. I'm taking that fault and that L on that one. But you need to understand the situation I was in. At the time, you
I
were
know.
warning.
I know the situation. I know.
Yes. And I know you're going through something.
Has always told me.
Has always told all of us, Servo.
It's not worth your life. It's a goddamn training session. It was something to help us give us exercise. I know that. I'm just.
You were yelling at the situation, not me. I get it. I wanted to establish that. I also wanted to establish that I am sorry that I fucked up there. However, you know what I had to do in that situation. Soul was about to be stabbed in the back by a rat, and I could not let that happen.
Yeah. It's just. This isn't the first time this has happened.
I know.
There's been plenty of occasions, and I'm not blaming you, but I don't know. I every time I have a chance to prove myself servable, something or someone has to make plans just go completely awry.
Things happen. It's happened to me. Remember the first time I had to deal with the Maelstrom, with me and Eclipse going button heads and stuff like that? Then we hashed it out at the end of it, and now we work good together, at least as far as I know. This last Maelstrom mission that I led, I had a bunch of people get injured, but they all got back home safely. But then we had a different thing happen. We had a mech come in. I had to work on the fly and figure out something on the fly so that way everyone could live and survive. I was about to get us all out of there until all the piranhas and jellyfish at the time swarmed and actually helped us out and actually helped us turn the tide. But then we still lost people on that. Some nice grunts died on that. It's gonna happen. People are gonna die. I might die.
I'm very aware of that. Very. I've already had missions where some have died. And that's all I ever think about is who I could protect, make sure everybody comes back alive. And the story isn't all rainbows and unicorns. Everyone knows that. For God's sake, we live in the slums. We see death almost every other day. We have at least 3 different gangs after us. Some horrible amalgamations of creatures roaming our sewers. Day in and day out. I am aware of that. But for God's sake, if we can't even follow instructions in a training exercise, if we can't even turn the tide in a situation where the mission is just handling a Thrasher, for God's sake, we put Thrashers to fight. We own Thrashers.
I'm aware.
We should know this, how they act by now.
And we do. This was a situation that was different.
And we talked about it. We could talk so much about plans and strategy and adapting, but when it comes to the situation at hand, it just crumbles. And I understand it comes with time. I understand it comes with continuing to train. But you have to understand how pitiful it is to almost die in a training exercise. Right?
I'm aware. I was the one on the other end of the jaws of that.
We had one of our own teammates shoot the other in a act of not understanding, hey, someone's fighting a Thrasher, maybe I shouldn't shoot at it until they're, out of the way.
I'm aware of that. Or at least I'm aware of that now. Obviously, I would never allow that to happen.
And,
that shouldn't have happened.
And I won't lie, the plan was going swimmingly. We were following instructions, we were doing... We were working as a team. I understand that at points we need to adapt and make sure none of our fellow allies are going to die, and I understand that you may be pinned in a corner. But... I don't know. I'm just... Every time I'm a part of something, something has to go wrong. I lead this, it goes wrong. I do that, it goes wrong. Again, no plans are perfect. I understand that. But I've lost enough. I'm tired of it. That's all.
I know. I'm tired
You're
of
not
losing
at fault. I'm just upset. I'm just very upset. I could train day in, day out. For God's sake, Athena has trained me in the mirror world. I've neared death doing that exercise. Her own controlled undead creatures. Against what? A bow? Am I insane? A bow? Does that really work in the slums? Thank God that broke, right? And now I look for a weapon, trying to craft things, but I can't even get a weapon right now because I can't fight for one. I can't even muster up the credits enough to buy one. I mean... I don't know, sorry. It's just tough. It's just tough. That's all.
You and I both
don't
know
plan
that
on...
Athena's going to run me through the same amount of training that you're going through. And I don't have half as much potential as you. I'm just a regular human with a gun. But just because of that doesn't mean I'm not worth anything. That also means that when we're on the battlefield and we're in a situation, I'm guilty of being mentally exhausted too and getting angry. And you yelling at me in the midst of chaos does not mean that you should do it. However, I can understand utilizing that anger.
Yeah, that's what she told me to. Utilize it.
I'm guilty of it too. Then stop being fucking pathetic about it! You're stronger than that.
Nice. I know. I know. Fuck. But I've been run through the sand just as much times as anyone else. Worse, even. Athena's training has put me to near death multiple times.
Then put me through it.
I promise you. I don't.
Fucking do it! It's supposed to fucking hurt.
What, you asshole?
I think he cracked my ribs. My fucking human ass can get the fuck up, so can you. Come on. I gotta go to medical anyway. You good?
No, not at all. Oh, Jesus.
I didn't mean physically.
No, not either, though. But I'll survive. I always do.
Will that at least help? Do we have an understanding?
I hope so. I've just been...
It's my way of saying sorry. Now I need to go get checked in medical, because my ribs are fucking cracked.
I warned you.
I knew what I was doing. Boss is on that floor first. Let's kick him.
Where'd you come from?
All of you. Making sure you don't kill each other.
Yeah, if you pushed me any further, I would have. And that's not my intent either.
Wait, so his dude was trying to kill you?
It's just how my stupid ass lightning works.
I would not say that they tried to kill you.
I'm going to medical.
Oh, fuck you, pussy. What the fuck are you two doing down there?
We were having a conversation.
They were understanding each other.
What?
Alright, now let's go check them out.
Here, come on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for a normal human, you have one hell of a punch, that's for sure.
Thank you. My ribs are cracked, and I'm probably a little bit bruised lung.
Most likely a bruised rib, if anything.
Ugh. He'll be okay. Just wrap my fucking chest.
You're better off with...
Or the shit that'll fuse my bones back together. Yeah, wait here.
It's most likely a bruised bone.
That's better than cracked ribs.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Damn it all. I don't hate you by any means, Servo.
Do you think I hate you?
Sometimes, if I'm being honest.
What
But-
made you think that?
I don't know. I think a lot of things. It's just how my mind works. But I don't want to be that cliche savvy person that...
I may disagree with you that one day you did that shit with the egg, but that does not. But I still helped you out, didn't I?
You did.
Recommend taking a shot at least.
Got it.
I don't recommend ever getting a Thrasher egg either. It was desperation to find materials for a weapon. I told you this.
With towel.
I need a weapon, any
I'll
type
just stuff
of
it
weapon.
in there. Wrap.
A bow's not gonna work. And I'm not strong enough to wield any sort of, giant weapon that anybody else has, or a...
You ever thought about a crossbow?
I thought about it, but again, I'm
You
retiring
should
from
drink that
both.
bit red. Get the ease off the pain.
I can help you out. You know, I still have that lever action. I don't use it anymore. I could give that to you. I'm not using it anymore.
Maybe. I'll think about it. I'm trying to look for a better melee weapon, if I'm being honest. As much as I would like to continue being a ranger, I find myself more akin to physically fighting, and with this lightning that I currently have, I feel like it's better to get up close and personal with enemies. The only thing I could do ranged with my lightning is shoot it out one way, but
I got an idea.
I'm trying to learn how to use it.
And other one.
You should get a boat.
Also,
you should get a metal bow
I
staff.
had an ice pack already, but thank you for the second one.
You should get a metal bow staff.
A metal bow staff.
You could utilize your electricity with it as well as use it as defensive as an offensive weapon. That or a
I'll look
hammer.
into it. Definitely not a hammer. I found a flail recently when we were all, digging out that prison area over there, and one of the grunts had found some sort of flail-like weapon, and I had it for a bit, but it's way too heavy for me. I'm way too... I quite rely on agility and my nimble speed in order to do things, but a flail only holds me back. It's too heavy to swing around, especially a hammer too.
That's why I say a flail, not flail, but a bow staff, because you get those ones, especially a middle one. Extend it, one that can extend.
That's what Elkoy said too, like a staff or some sort of spear. Maybe
That's the
that
other
could work.
thing. You could do a both, because you could get the ones where it extends out and then has a point at the end that can come out.
If I'm being honest, I'm looking more into a glaive. I feel like a glaive might work too. We'll see. We'll see what I can muster up. Hey, Red. You
Heard there
alright?
was training going on earlier. They survived?
We survived. We failed.
We survived, but yeah, we did fail.
We got
What
separated.
happened?
Thrasher separated us in the middle of combat where we were being attacked by rats. I fucked up because I got separated from the main team and had to run off with Sola while being chased by the Thrasher. And then, of course, got trapped, and then I had to shoot it, which I thought was vital areas, but apparently I actually killed the bastard instead of knock it out, which really sucked. So,
yeah.
I'll take the L on that. Now, the team that we got, our coins are on the line for the next Thrasher run, so that's our job. We got to get the next Thrasher and not kill it. That's our next job. And me and Kyra went to go understand each other.
Yeah, learn you could punch like a motherfucker.
I might be human, but but I can punch.
Got things settled then?
As far as I know.
Where's everybody else?
Probably in the sewers. Probably had to get on Ghost Frame though. They're doing. Sometimes they go serious, sometimes they go silly. I can never tell with that guy or girl or whoever the hell they are. They never take off the mask.
Well, shit.
Oh.
Makes you wish I wasn't tied up with other shit. I'd have got here sooner.
You're fine, Red.
I mean, I'm always tied up with stuff anyways, so I'm almost never here. I'm either training or doing scrap trades. Kinda sucks that I'm not usually here.
Alright.
I'll
I
be
should
able to
be
come
good
up
for
with
now
time.
with this ice pack strapped to me. I'll be healed up in time.
Yeah. I'll go see what the others are doing.
Yeah.
That's not how that happened. Go ahead, I don't even know what the fuck that is. You said it the other day, like, don't touch me, my no-no square.
Called brush people.
Well, that's just it. Just don't touch me, my no-no square. I've heard someone else say that.
I don't have to check on and shield each other while
What does it mean?
You going down training or something?
Don't touch my dick or some shit.
I'm just sitting here. That's exactly what it means. If somebody wanted to go down training,
You know how I'm about that?
You alright, Ghost Frame?
show me on this bear with touch you. I've never been there.
Less frustrated?
It's better than dealing with corporal higher-ups.
Fair enough.
Like a movie.
It was so
Need to learn to grow a pair of bollocks. Holy shit. I had to grab your gun from you to inject it with the fucking sleep fucking bullshit.
You're only supposed to shoot it when it's roaring.
What, is that when it's vulnerable?
Yes.
Yes.
Because it stretches out those muscles, so it's actually easier to get the serum into it. That is actually true.
So what's the point of the mech holding it then?
The mech was holding it.
Just stare at it.
The mech was supposed to beat it up, hold it off while people got it from the side and got into the non-vital areas. And then once it roars again, then I was going to shoot it again. We got 3 shots into it.
Not good. As usual.
That's what the plan was.
That is the most stupid fucking thing I've ever heard. Do you know how cattle works? Do you know how they train cattle?
Yes, I'm aware of that, but Thrasher are not cattle.
They just shoot it. They get into they shoot in one specific place, which is obviously a soft spot.
I've learned in the past that the best time to shoot them is when they're in a roaring pasture where their underbelly is completely cooked, so I get a clear shot at the soft material when their muscles are exposed and it's separated. That was the plan. That was the plan the whole time. And that's what he did. When it roared the first time, that's when I shot, because I got underneath the belly. It was rolling from behind. And then we ran off.
Better idea about those trank bullets. Why don't you just use a better caliber than your gun? Be able to, you know, at least hit at least the skin if it's thick.
That's all we had at the time. I could talk with Bubbles to maybe put some for my shotgun instead, so that way it's a more higher slug.
Was built for. Why don't you just use a rifle, not a shotgun?
I don't like rifles personally.
Just make injections. Because at that point, I went up to it more times than anybody else, and I was punching it.
I could talk to Bubbles.
Just doing with fucking trench syringes and just jabbed them with that. And
that works too. Bubbles has made those before too, but we just only had the trank bullets at the time.
We'll do. Training was a bunch of a fucking crash course more than anything.
We learned a lot.
I don't know, I just got here.
Yeah, I wish. Did he at least apologize to you? Well, did you not say sorry, Ghost Frame?
Inside of it.
Yeah, I did. But I think he was loopy on whatever.
Okay, well, okay. Well, then do it properly now that he's awake and actually can hear it. Like, legitimately. Get over there, shake hands, and, like... And if he punches you, don't punch back, because you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, I had the idea, because, like, Thrasher spit poison acid.
I'm joking.
What the hell's that? I don't know, maybe one of the people who work with chemicals here could, like...
What was that noise?
That was Athena, maybe? Like, go somewhere?
What?
Athena went somewhere?
Yeah, she went to the south side. She's gonna be by us, so she'll pop out in a couple hours. Hold on, I heard someone talking shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
Targeting system thought it was a clean shot.
Oh. What?
Hi. I don't know. It sounded like it though. Fucking taking on multiple enemies, and he is lighting them up. He's doing.
You heard that, did you?
Yeah.
Oh god.
The fucking stragglers.
Holy shit.
One day.
There has never been a moment in which I agreed with you more.
You never agreed with me? What?
That's like the first time I ever can think of.
Oh, he took a dunk.
He took off of that one.
You almost took a dunk.
could
Yeah,
be
slipped
a
off.
dead end,
Oh,
but
man.
it needs to
Is
be
that just
whenever you think we should jump on that.
All right.
Oh, my heart's pumping with stress.
We're closing up shop
I'm gonna
then.
just pull over.
Pumping? Oh, come here.
I think you should be laying down the law for people without knowing.
that exact thing?
Oh God.
He was never heard from again.
Y'all better run. He's about to run this way.
It's so good, so easy. We just point guns different directions.
Oh shit.
Get here! Get here, you bitch! I'll put you in front!
No, 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 no.
Ran that way, pops up this way. Like, what the?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. What's that anyway? Oh, fuck's sake.
That was Dina in her disguised form. She did it before when she first joined us. Basically, ZMF is doubling our efforts around the area, so gotta be careful.
I didn't even see Athena. I didn't even get to talk to him.
Yeah, she was planning her route where she was going.
No.
Should be good. Ice pack should be good. Apparently, I didn't actually crack my ribs in that little conversation. I was just bruised.
Dude, that's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm gonna note we don't have an X-ray, so I can't tell you.
Nah, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Fuck. Oh well.
You start bleeding.
You just need to feel around and see if it's out of place or asymmetric. It's
called the snap, crackle, pop maneuver.
You want me to feel you? There you go.
Stop touching my survey boobies.
Go back to the meat rack.
I can't.
Some certain Scott resource locations.
I never want to go back.
When you say some shit, every small thing.
I'm actually going to be posting some jobs about that, so unless you want to be more off the books for that.
I mean, we can look.
You're not gonna be able to go in it. No, you're not gonna go in there.
I'm gonna get in there.
I obviously we don't have a weapon right now, but if anything, I can at least just be a side piece to help Scott out for certain things.
Well, the one that I'm probably be posing out is well, I'm gonna give you guys some time because we might have to dress up because we're going incognito.
I see.
When do you want to do the next, thing we try to do today?
Probably next week. Give you some air, but talk to each other. You know.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Is it a good idea to leave this on almost like 24/7?
No. Let's turn that shit off.
Okay, thank goodness. Because every time I walk through that door, it's always on, and I'm like, that's kind of like sensitive fucking information, and we probably shouldn't have this turned on.
It is.
I don't know. Every time I'm walking past, I always seem to see this turned on.
Wait, what?
And I'm like, what the fuck? There you go.
So that's called a projector.
Oh shit.
What else did you put on there? Oh, cool. What else is on there? What the fuck?
Switches to push forward.
I would never.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we gotta go here, guys. We gotta go here. All right, you see it? You see, we gotta go here.
Yeah.
Okay? We gotta go here. Okay, you see that? Go here. Oh shit! What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna go get some rest.
Head out.
All right. Just tag us all, Kyra, and then we'll figure out a day for us all to do our thing.
Yeah, we'll do. Have a good day, everyone.
What the fuck is that?
Schooner shit.
Man, let's have a look. I'm gonna stick this.
All right, let's actually turn this off.
You know how to
How do
turn it off?
There we go. There you go.
You guys?
No, I'm the shot. Nah, it is Sean. Yeah, that's Sean.
That's
I'm always like with Marcus all the time. I mean, it's just like we're like separable. I'm mostly the quiet guy. He's like the loud one.
Yeah, you didn't even have to fucking tell us that. It's easy enough to tell. Where the fuck did the boss go? Upstairs?
Is Fu in here? No, Fu ain't here. Oh, I was gonna talk to him out of character. Oh well.
So these, some of
No,
our
what I'm
scouts have
saying
found them.
is that I'm not good against when it comes to fucking dealing with Maelstrom and shit. I'm had more of a time dealing with the spiderlings and all that. And plus, well, my weapon is more effective.
So I know it's saying a bit, but the thing is getting everything fine-tuned for us to go inside. I think that's where you're going to shine, because all that shit's all that moral stuff, right? With it, you can definitely handle. So just buy your time. Help out people when they need it, or whatever the case is, then whatever case is. But I'm pretty sure by the time when that stuff happens, you will plenty of work in there that you can definitely be you know.
Okay, because it was kind of concerning me of how while grunts are fucking getting what are they called now? Because I'm not kept up to speed. Piranhas. Okay, the piranhas like fucking they're getting taken left and right and center, and right under our noses.
Exactly. That's why we gotta try to figure things out, work together. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on, but we'll see, you know?
We need to try and capture like one of them alive and figure out what the fuck she's doing to them, if we even can.
We keep trying. They either slip away or just fucking turn to dust with whatever bullshit they got going on.
Lob their arms off, prevent them from trying to kill themselves.
Exactly.
I'll do that next time.
All right. I think most of us are heading out.
Put your fucking energy and attention to, so you're not shooting off your mouth at people that you don't.
guess.
I'd rather shoot off my mouth than shoot at my people, to be honest.
Y'all already settled it.
It may be settled, but you know, the thought of dying kind of still stays with you for, like, I don't know, for the rest of your fucking life.
Fair enough.
I don't know, I died 3 times already.
What the fuck?
You're revealing this now?
Well, you're...
Okay, Jesus.
What do you mean you've died 3 times? Who says that?
Want to make it 4? No, I'm kidding.
Put the fucking gun away.
How do you say this? I think the corporation, at least on record from memory, that they keep, I died 3 times.
What'd you say?
They just kind of...
Are you a former, like you used to be a corporate worker or something like that and got out of that? Is that what you're saying? And you died 3 times while there and they just kept you pumping full of chrome to keep you alive?
Not chrome, it's so you know those like science movies where like they throw a fucking like baby in a fucking giant like
You're a fucking clone?
food tank? I'm a clone of myself.
Memories?
I think this is my 3rd body.
That's kind of fucked up.
So basically, you've never died, but your other clones fucking died. And you just have their memories.
They're my memories.
So wait, have you died? Have you died when you've been in with us?
No. Okay, so like, I'm trying not to die right now, right? Because the last neural backup or the last neural copy of my brain, right, is when I was a corpo. So if I die now,
then you're dead. Got it.
I'm dead, or I'm a corpo again.
So why did you bother bringing it up to the fact that you died like 3 times, pretty much that's like nothing to you?
Well, because they're right here.
Gotta get used to it.
Well, I know that.
No one gets used to dying. Well, except for that one guy that I met who said he can't die once to me, threw a thing into a water tower. That guy was weird. Some big blue, not blue, like he shoot blue lightning and shit.
Fucking difference since nobody else.
He called himself
Henderson.
No, not Henderson. His name's Tyler.
Much of a difference now.
Oh, this motherfucker showed you the exact description.
Yeah.
The old bounty.
Yeah, that guy.
You're telling me he threw some? Wait, how far was the water tower?
Like 2 miles.
Oh.
Hey, Red, can I borrow you a second?
Yeah, don't fuck with that guy. Apparently, he could just die and come back.
Well, wait a second. That was that one motherfucker that you were gonna try and go after the bounty of, even though he could probably fucking stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry.
All right, I'm going to my apartment. See ya. Have a good night.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I've gotta do some Wait, where are they? Oh, I thought they'd be in spawn. Where are they? I was waiting for them. Oh.
I just gotta say, you coming in as the little Ute, that was the funniest fucking thing.
Oh. Alright, go. Alright, I'm waiting on Few so I can go to them. Sorry, Lily, when Few comes in here, I'm gonna take him to the water area real quick to talk to him. Hopefully, at least saw the scene at the punching thing in the arena, though. I think that kind of made things better. Where is Few?
I'm tired.
You should go to bed. Are you still working on shit?
Yes.
I like the new group.
Actually.
You like the new what?
Like the new group, the homies. That's funny.
Oh. Yeah.
Is that your private homie group?
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, my back just popped. Ooh. Where the fuck? You said lobby's closed and everyone's still in there, probably roleplay. Oh,
yeah, I'm closing it in 5 minutes.
Oh, you gotta force respawn them?
Not force respawn, but I'm just gonna hit the lobby close button. We don't have force respawn yet.
Oh.
You cannot punch the DM.
You roll a nat 20 on your. You roll
Blocked.
a nat 20 on your perception. All of a sudden, it would appear that you and your comrades are suddenly wooden statues. Look up and you see these strange giant.
Defended.
Huh?
Let me go in there real quick.
And I straight up just.
And the next side. We could have held it off if we stayed in the same room and kind of played freaking tower defense in that one little spot.
That's what you're supposed to do. Like, you have multiple people, you gotta let them.
Yeah, you have multiple people, so the only locations that we would need to fight or door 1 and door 2. That's all we would have needed to focus on. There was no other entry port for enemies to pop in. We had already cleared the room. You know, there's nothing under the rubble. We checked everything already. The room was safe. Our plan of action was have the mech on one side, then we distract them, have Thrasher like attack one side of the room, then we reroute to the next room, have the runners chase them and go to that room, and so on and so forth. It was a simple plan. But alas, they ran that direction, and it crumbled from there. We had Skavens fighting from one side to the next, and by the time we were focused on, hey, where are they? They entered from door 2, pushed us out, and we need to go find them.
Yeah. So, did Sola regroup with you guys, or just completely run to home base?
No, Sola rejoined with us. Serval was at the... Serval was already being chased by the Thrasher at the end. So, yeah, we just need to continue to follow them.
You're saying that Sola didn't follow Serval?
No, but I don't know exactly what happened. We just when we were trying to find Serval, and where Sola was like just watching the Thrasher run off into the distance, and Sola was just there. She wasn't shooting or anything. She was just watching, and we were like, Sola, where's Serval? And then we caught a glimpse of the Thrasher's fin at the end of the sewer system, so that's how we knew, oh, that's where the Thrasher is, so we gotta go over there.
Okay.
The thing is, it's nobody's fault, really.
I think it's
always advice that I follow from Athena, that it's not worth your life. Do what you need to in a situation where you need to keep your life preserved. It's not worth it. But at the same time, like,
seems like an orchestra of failings.
Yeah, it was just a chain reaction of things that were happening.
Complete breakdown after.
Yeah, of course. We were doing great at the start, but Skavens appeared, and I guess from there it kind of crumbled, because Skavens, you know how Skavens are. They're very finicky with the locations where they pop out of. They can appear, disappear, just be annoying in general.
So, you and them were split up when the Skaven appeared?
What? Yeah, well, yeah, because again, we didn't know. We knew there was some Skaven around, but the thing is, I guess, I'm not sure if Solo was watching our back or watching the other door or something, but apparently they got quote-unquote sneak attacked, but they weren't, I don't know if, you'd have to ask Serval about this, but apparently, I don't know if they were outside of the room when that happened instead of inside, but they almost got sneak attacked by a Skaven, and so Serval went to go help them, and apparently, like, I guess more Skaven appeared, and then the Thrasher also was attracted by that noise and started chasing them, and they ran. I really don't know how we got out of that situation.
Like, when we were getting the UT, we had finished our job, right? We got down to, Athena got down the big one, we kept getting down the little ones, right? Or, person-sized ones. There was piranhas, but she said, doesn't matter, just kill them, right? And, when... I don't know, man, I'm always looking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And, so what happened was they, as we were leaving, last room we were down, there was a bit with, how you say, the Skaven, and I turned and I didn't know it was Skaven at first. Two of us, we heard something from behind us, from where we just left.
Yeah.
And so we readied up for a fight. We thought it would be, more of what we got. I heard a smaller voice, so like a, so I thought, oh, piranha, right? And then I heard, gun.
Oh, fantastic. Skaven.
And I was like, God. That punched the ticket, and I was like, all right. We built this team specifically for melee combat.
Mm-hmm.
Not ranged.
Yeah, and
The
Skavens
fact that they
have
brought
guns.
guns.
Yeah.
We needed to pull back. And for the first, like, interaction, because we don't know how many numbers they have, it popped up. We slammed some, but it's like, oh shit, we do gotta pull back. And Gunther kept trying to get us all to pull back, but, you know, Eisen, he got stuck in there somehow. And I was the first one back, and I was waiting halfway in cover, and I'm just like, are they coming? Are they coming? Are they coming? Athena eventually just collapsed the tunnel so that they don't chase us.
Yeah.
But in moments like this, it's in that mission, the MasterCard mission, when something happens, we need to be more ready to pull out, I think, even if it's gonna fail a mission.
Yeah.
I
Very
don't know.
true.
It's important to
know our limits and what
to
we can do.
assess
Yeah.
the threat level.
Yeah, exactly. Understand that, you know, we don't want to be overwhelmed by everything, so we gotta know, you know, who's injured, who's not, who has these weapons to handle this situation, and if there's too many X's with all of these, it's kind of best to just retreat.
I remember
Which is
the
understandable.
MasterCard mission, I asked if they could get into that door. They could, if we could continue, basically, our objective. And they gave me a...
Oh my god. Yeah.
So, without that knowledge, I was waiting for them to
We need
give
it,
me
yeah, for stuff like that,
response.
it's a yes or no,
So that-
because once people don't know, it's already a done deal.
I was trying to weigh, do we cut our losses and leave? Or is there a likelihood of success here?
Mhm.
If there is, then we can push forth, just move to the next room and get all these fucking drones to stop shooting us, right? If we move to the next room, bottleneck them, hold them off, well, Fear or Geist gets what they need, and then we can go, right?
Yeah.
That would be nice. But, so I had to try to see if there was other options, other avenues. No? Okay, we gotta leave.
Just waiting on Few to get done so that way I
But
can
it took them
conversate with them chat, so...
They split up too quickly. I should have used comms. You should have used comms to better... But you didn't have that here. I keep not using comms. I need to do that better. Still. It's definitely, we failed to react to a breakdown of a situation too much.
Yeah.
Get somebody killed.
The thing is, I feel like the problem that occurs is mostly in the fact that, like, especially in a situation like this, we would react better if we at least knew where they were, or knew what was happening at the time, right? And like, when it comes to the field, we obviously won't know everything because that's just overwhelming for someone to take care of, right? But it's why we stay in a group and assign each other like groups of, you know, we have one side check one side, the other check one side. We all know what our responsibilities are.
Yes.
The problem that occurs is that 2 people went missing and we didn't know. No one of us, our group, knew what was happening over there. And that's when the plan starts breaking apart, because it's like, what happened to them? Did they get, you know, there's so many questions. Are they injured? Did they get kidnapped? Did they, like, is it spiderlings? Is it Skavens? Is it, you know, what exactly is the situation that's happening? All these questions, you kind of need to understand what's happening, and at, like, what do we need to do right now, sort of thing that's happening. So now we could even find the Thrasher. We were like, okay, where the hell are they? And so now we were checking both sides that we were supposed to check, and there's no signs of them until we saw Sola and the Thrasher right at the end. So now us as a group have to kind of regroup and figure out, okay,
and they were,
let's do this.
Just to be clear, and they were just standing there.
Sola, at least it was from my own perspective what was happening. Solo was just kind of staring with the gun in their hand like this, just staring down at the hallway. And the Thrasher was already way at the end of the sewer with their tail fin kind of, leaving. It's obviously chasing something. Solo was just standing there with their gun. And we were like, we had to go ask, where's Serval?
Where's Serval? Yeah.
And it connected the pieces that Sola's here. There's a Thrasher obviously chasing something, so there's only one person left that they could chase, and it's over there. So
yeah, if shit happens and like you need to leave me behind, I don't mind. But
Yeah.
please, I would prefer you tell somebody.
yeah, and
I don't
there's so many ways to distract it too. I mean, she has a rifle, for God's sake. She could have like shot
Yeah,
at
she
it,
could have
or
pulled
like
its attention a little
distracted it
bit.
and
Yeah.
bring it back to the main location where it was happening. But I guess at the
Salvage
point
it.
already, it was already angry at Serval because I guess he was also the one who shot all the shrink darts at it. So maybe it was angry. Maybe we don't know, right? We don't know exactly. All we knew is that it was focused on Serval. Solo was standing there. So us as a group had to regroup, chase after it. I had the mech, ready. We had the 2 runners ready to go distract it, and yeah, that's what was occurring. And by the time we got there, the Thrasher was already tumbling, and after a while, we realized it was dead. And then I kind of blew up on Serval, which was not the best thing to do, but we made an understanding of that as well. It's more of just things that happen that stink. Like
The fuck was that?
a poor reaction from a lot of things that were occurring. It's why we just need to be more adaptive. That's what we got to continue training on.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, for some people, they are adaptive enough. You know what I mean? They know, like, hey, it's gonna, if they're by themselves, they can move this way or that way, and other people can move with them. But I feel like people are so out of sync.
Yeah.
And if you told them where they need to go, I guess we just need to reiterate.
Yeah, we do. And the thing is,
Somehow make it
we've
more clear.
already listed each other of what each other's powers and abilities are. But the problem is, like, even listing all of that.
Well, okay.
Ghost Frame shot Hudson because
Yeah.
Hudson was in the middle of fighting, the Thrasher trying to wrangle it and stuff, and he just used his mecha sword, spraying bullets at the thing while Hudson was still there, and that's what had him shot. And it was just
because that shit happened to me too, just not with the fucking mechanized. Anyways.
Yeah, it's tough. Anyways, I really should. I need rest. I got punched in the face pretty hard by someone, so I would like to lay it out a bit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I told Eclipse that well, that was a very loose door. Sorry, I didn't even I was like in the middle of grabbing it and it opened. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Oh.
I think that I told Eclipse. I told Eclipse that well, it was nice that they said.
Alright. I'm gonna have to pause here in a second, chat, so I could have like an out of character talk, because I did a boo-boo earlier, so I gotta make sure everything's okay. I think everything is okay. It's just more I just want to make
These
sure
things
on
would be
my
good for
everything's good.
synergizing and strategizing, but they didn't explain how to do so.
Yeah.
And so I did say we need
That's
to
true.
touch up on that.
Yeah, that would be really useful. And it's why I also brought up, while they were in the middle of strategizing, we still,
You're dead.
yeah. We need a plan B and an emergency plan, and it's a scout's job to make sure there's an entry and exit and making sure contacts are clear. Right, enemies are further understanding. We're still understanding.
All right.
I mean, for God's sake, we've lived this long. I think we survived.
I think that was luck. I got shot twice in the face. One was my friend. So.
Oh dear, your friend.
Yep.
Who is?
It was Leon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you have a good one.
Yeah.
Later.
Damn.
Unfortunately, the only mech I actually own is this. It's a really goddamn anime.
Where's Few?
Anime Megatron.
Fun fact: this is actually gonna. Oh wait.
Few. I need you for a moment for an out of character talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll meet you at the But yeah, I just wanted to explain that, you know, I didn't really fuck up there, but it was more just I wanted to make sure everything was cool and that you understood that I wasn't mad at you. I'm not mad at Luna. I'm not mad, but it was totally me, and I recognized I'm about to fucking blow up, and I'm just like, I gotta leave. So that's all it was.
Yeah. No, you're completely fine. I understand. Like I quite literally, I wasn't upset at you or anything. I was just like, I turned on my like VC and I was just like, I hope Serval's or I hope Guns is okay, making sure he's like fine and stuff. And they were telling me, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll make sure to talk to him after, because like no, there's no ill intent. It was all just making sure. It was making sure you were okay.
I'm totally okay. I just had to make sure that my brain was okay. Anyway, we can go back.
Yeah.
Or, ooh, what the fuck? Ooh.
I don't want it. I don't want to ship fan art.
Oh, wow. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I said, then we stabbed each other.
Yeah, then we stabbed each other.
We were bleeding each other. Bleeding out.
What?
No, I had to make sure it's medicated. You see, real
I didn't.
No, not you.
It kind of reminds me of Buzz Lightyear.
I heard you.
What was that?
Yeah. I heard you. I heard you, because you fucked me.
Chest part for some reason, maybe.
You fucked me.
Oh yeah. I like how I use this for like if I'm coughing up blood, I just use this where I'm just like.
It's so fucking funny. Oh my gosh, M8 smoke grenade.
We're reenacting the scene, few. Oh.
My what?
Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm peeling off your scabs.
Shut the Those are real. I got them in battle.
Why'd you fart?
Did you buy a diffuse kit?
Who farted?
Somebody farted.
Oh, the joke is because that popped like it was CSGO.
Does it turn off? It's still on. Good lord, how long does it take?
Jesus, indents.
What is?
That smoke lasts forever.
I went over there.
It was right here for me.
It's desynced.
Ooh.
Happens.
Whose is it?
And let me do this again. Look.
I need to discuss
Okay,
with you about something, and you possibly.
I think it's dependent on where you look if you don't look at the right way.
You shouldn't be able. No,
It's because of what I did. Because I punched you.
Well, dude, like,
Going in there.
look away, and then we'll see. Because I will tell Kai. This is Grimbley.
I'm letting go.
He's a canonical character now.
Where is it?
Same place. Interesting.
Why is this decent for you? It's all set up to be.
Oh my god, Fight Finder's having a Fight Finder at Waffle House. That's hilarious.
It's all with bounding boxes in there.
Waffle House at 4 a.m.
Waffle House. But yes.
But Kaga did a few things to try to optimize it. So if you have your mirror up, by the way, and I do this with like any of these special ones, like the flashbang.
Right.
It doesn't have the screen effect, but it does this now. If you have your personal mirror up, everything's fucking pink.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, is that
because I try to optimize it, but because of it's supposed to like be the screen elements and everything for like that was supposed to be there. With the ones that are not for that one, but Kaga removed it, but didn't remove them correctly, so it's missing texture instead of that.
I mean, you just always get the texture back on there. That's not hard.
Yeah, I already yelled at him for it.
I wouldn't yell at him.
Do it.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
but at least
just learn how to do it yourself. That's an easy. They could do that yourself. That's just a texture.
I can do it myself. He's the one that has the model though.
That's a good range.
Yeah.
He's the one with the model. That's like.
I get it, but you should get the model too. Once you get a model done, you should always get the model so you can mess with it yourself. I never do the whole thing. Oh,
I threw that.
Oof.
Funny enough, if I drop this.
All right, I'm gonna go. Do I want to start my lobby or no? All right, I think I'm gonna go start my Bursal lobby for like 30 minutes, I guess, because I kind of skipped it today to do this. I do hope that we actually are successful on the next Thrash run, because the good lord, I don't want to go down and rape just because someone runs off again. I know it's all in character. I wouldn't call it character building. That would actually piss me off. Oh, it would be character building, but in the wrong direction.
No. Because failure is good.
Failure is good, but I just hope I don't have a thing where like I lose a rank, like going thing. Yeah.
The falling down and then doing your character building is climbing back up.
Yeah, I know. That's what this is technically. Oh my! Let's go in there.
It landed.
Shut
It
him
somehow
balls.
like scooted over here.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably because of collider.
Picked it up in that shirt from over here.
Gotcha.
I didn't like it blew up in my hand. But
Anyway, I'll go start my lobby. I'll see y'all later if y'all need anything.
Have fun, be safe.
Have fun. Is that a flavor?
Nope.
Oh.
The one that they wanted me to use
Supposed
against
to be a
this fucking.
cluster.
Yup. Thermal barrack, more or less.
Thermal? I didn't. Yeah.
To my
Well, the concept.
to my place. Actually, wait a minute.
The concept is it goes off thermal barrack. How the explosion because
Even though you'll probably
because
never
the
go
initial
here.
detonation.
There you go. Bye bye. All right, 30-minute Versal lobby. 30-minute Versal lobby. Oh my god, it's Sneak Man.
Guys Guntaku.
Mute myself. God damn, it was so fucking loud. I'm posting the damn link and everything. Oh. Oh wait, I already did everything. Cool.
Twitch.tv/guns_Guntaku.
Wait, what? I can't even understand you.
Okay.
The flying awaits. What always? Wait a minute. Did you actually copy the locomotion from Second Life flying?
Is this your land?
Yes, this is my land.
Oh, okay. Can I get access?
Yeah, sure. You can walk through there. You have access.
Okay.
Oh, Mort. Mort, my beloved.
Okay.
I can't believe
You
you
understand London's?
No.
Fuck.
Fucking Sneak Man. I love Sneak Man. Oh, Sneak Man. Let's see if anybody joins us. If no one joins, I'll go do my own thing, chat. I just started late today because, you know, I was doing some other things. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes. Open up the door. Can I help you? Yeah.
Ow.
You pulled out.
Ow.
You pulled it out.
Ow. Ow.
There we go. We open up the door again.
Yeah, my muscles. I absorb the bullets. My nipples.
The ass. Oh, that was perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the door this time. He's styling on me. Hey, Orb. Where did Orb? Orb's here. Wait, did he load in yet? Oh, there is Orb. Hey, Orb. Oh, I don't know how long I'll keep this open. I just opened it up because I hadn't opened one up today. We'll see if anybody joins. How you doing, Orb?
I'm doing good. Been in that little open RP that Mort's been doing recently.
Dude, what was that about? Like, man, I'm streaming, by the way, so don't say anything raunchy. But what the fuck happened with Warhammer? What the fuck were the Warhammer boys doing in there? Were they fucking it up?
Well, a lot of IP shit got banned.
Really?
Yeah, like Dragon Ball and whatnot. I think the reason for Warhammer was people would just like come in and just start killing people for no reason.
So yeah.
No, I could see that.
Well, at least it's getting better then. Then it's like only non-IP characters now.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Chill.
So people will actually be chill and everything. Like even Android people on Android can make their own avatars. So. Or use other avatars.
It's nice.
Pretty much.
I've been just recently been doing my own thing when I was in the open RP one, and it's been really fun for me because I recently made my.
Is it open right now? Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's always open, but
yeah.
you usually gotta wait till like later night to get the good people.
34 people at Ventura City Classic. The Classic, is it different?
Ventura's always ass. Wait for like someplace like Legram or one of the Cold Steel maps to open and fill up, then those are the good role players join there.
I can't believe Fight Finder is at a Waffle House. That's what's funny to me. Waffle House at 4 a.m. Fight Finder. That's actually kind of funny to me.
I love that. Stupid, and it's fucking silly.
But yeah, I set up my avatar so I can play audio through parameters instead. Where is it?
Oh yeah, dude.
So does it work through your like menu?
Yeah. So like I have my normal PC sounds, which I can play when I'm just like a PC like normal. But then I can turn it off, and it's there's no more sound, right?
Right.
So I can go in my voice mod here, and I got it set up.
Nice.
So that way, both.
But your
PC
Visemes
and
don't
Quest,
work
they
though.
can- My Visemes don't work when I'm in combat mode. When I'm out of combat mode, it turns back on.
Oh, gotcha. Do you do that on purpose? I guess.
Yeah. I do that on purpose because when I go to like punch with my mic, it also plays to my mouth.
Right. You did that so that way your mouth isn't opening when you punch now because you're.
Yeah. But if I have like PC sound effects on and I go back in combat like I am now, it still has the Viseme. So only when I have my sound effects off, it turns it off.
That's an inventive way to do it, man. I could do that with all my avatars, because that makes it more interactive for the.
It's a long setup. I wouldn't recommend it unless you know what you're doing.
Gotcha. It's yeah. I mean, at least you did it.
Yeah.
It's probably not something I would ever do, but I mean that is one way to make it where
I
the
don't blame
androids could see it. Then
it's solely for me. It's just because I role play with people on all platforms now. So
yeah. So you want? No, I get it.
I've been just like doing my own thing from the open RP places. Met a couple of like really nice people over there, and
yeah, people there are
cool.
nice.
Oh yeah, I've been taking some photos of like people like doing their own things and such, like on my own right now. I already recently just got done making some like gallery images of my own little characters like this, for example. So that way, like it could be more identifiable or like identified, so people can like already know like what I am right now. Like just be a silly little drone or like a bot guy. It's pretty nice for the most part. I like it. Can't recall. I also been just like averagely just asking people, hey, if you ever want me to like take some photos of like your characters and all that, try to like like make some small edits here and there into it. I can make that. I did that for a couple of people actually, and they really liked it. And just fine print.
That'd be dope as shit.
Yeah.
It was actually. I took a photo of them and they look badass looking, just all like grouped together.
My prints can work, damn it. Oh.
Gotcha. All right. I think I'm just gonna close. I don't think we're gonna get basically anybody. I think I want to take a break anyway. It's July 4th. I ate a really nice steak today, so that I made. So that was nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, let me see who.
Oh yeah, was this something you took in the open lobby?
Yeah, the Snowbound.
Oh yeah. I didn't go to Snowbound yesterday. I just went to Legram.
Oh yeah, dude. I should have been there as my fucking other guy. But yeah.
That's good.
Nice,
At least you like form relations with people there and whatnot.
Oh yeah. The little creature that I play as, You know what I mean? It's
The
like,
black and white
just,
one.
Yeah,
Let's
just an info
see, who we
gatherer
got?
for the most part. It's just,
Oh, nice.
just small things here and
Oh,
there.
it's Ash and Era's birthday? I didn't know it was Ash and Era's birthday. Let me go raid them.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
I always like to
I'm
say,
gonna go and raid somebody like Gulio and everything like that. Sorry about the little hiccup earlier on stream where I had to go calm my head.
You
So.
should join
Goodbye.